Here we go. Welcome into Chicago Bears Now, live on YouTube. My name is Harrison Graham, and we got a special one today, folks. We did it last year. We're running it back. A 3-round company-wide Chat Sports mock draft. Of course, we will make the picks here for the Chicago Bears. Today's live stream is presented by Prize Picks. Should be a fun one. We're doing trades this year, by the way, and a lot of that action has been negotiated and kind of thought out leading up to this, so we'll see how that all ends up playing out. I can promise you this, one trade will be made at least for the Chicago Bears. So it should be a lot of fun. I got producer Cullen riding with us as well. He'll have input on what we're doing, and, of course, he'll be making the Jags picks also. So should be a fun day. Shout out your city. Let us know where you're tuning in from. And I'm excited. You guys will see our draft graphics package as well as we're unveiling those. So fun exercise. We did it last year. We're ramping it up with the trades this year. So can't wait. Can't wait to see how it goes.
Yep. Shout out to all you guys for tuning in. I mean, this is one of the, I think, my favorite event day lives that we do each and every year, that it's becoming an annual tradition here at Chat Sports, doing these kind of mock drafts. And this year we have trades, so expect a lot of movement from us here at Chat Sports, who love to have a good trade in a mock draft every once in a while. So.
Do you remember, Cullen?
Yes.
Who we got last year in this 3-round mock?
I do remember
4 picks.
Yes. So I remember Mike Green,
which through 1 year, that's not looking great. I did add the caveat of I don't think he's really a DA fit, and I don't have access to the information of the off-the-field stuff, so like if I didn't feel comfortable, I wouldn't do it. We'll see how he pans out with Baltimore. I took Josh Connerly Jr. at 39, who ended up going to Washington. Is that right? Quinshon Judkins at 41. He went at 36 to Cleveland. And then Andrew Makuba at 72. So those were our picks in this exercise last year. So didn't get any of those guys, but we'll see.
I think I was a major influence on that last pick. Perchance. I don't know.
It's possible.
I may have said one or two things about
Andrew Makuba might have been a Cullen draft crush. We're looking into it.
Perchance. Fair enough. All right, let us know where you guys are tuning in from. We'll get these super chats loaded on screen here in just a second. We've got Tom from Crown Point, Indiana. We got Zane from Tucson, Arizona. We've got Sioux Falls from Colton. Pensacola, Florida from Adam Downing. Let's go.
We'll get to that super chat in a minute as well. If you guys super chat, we'll still work your super chats into the show. We're going to do a mailbag episode after the mock draft also, but we'll take your questions throughout starting right now. And Adam says, appreciate the 5. He says, I smell football in the air. Thank God it's draft month. It's basically draft week.
Yep.
Or a week from the draft. Monday, I guess, or Sunday will be the official start of draft week. But we're here. We made it. We're excited. And let's go. Can't wait. All right. We got Colton, 25 overall, 2027 second. TJ Edwards for Dexter Lawrence and 37 overall. Use 37 for Jacob Rodriguez. I'd do it in a heartbeat. So stay tuned. Dexter Lawrence trade talks were had with several general managers, company general managers, including me. I won't say if I got him or not, but I was involved. I will say that. Stay tuned. Stay tuned.
The Arizona Cardinals have picked up fifth-year option on Paris Johnson Jr. A little noteworthy.
Expecting that Darnell Wright news any day now. They have until May 1st. That's the deadline. So I would expect the Bears pick up his option. So, yeah, a lot of trade talks. I don't mind that offer. I'd prefer not to give up a pick next year, but you're getting 37 back too, so it's not too shabby. Alex, thinking Harrison will make 2 trades. All right. I don't mind that number. I don't mind that number. It's at least going to be 1. That I can tell you. Doodle Bob, not going to lie, I'd put odds of Dexter being a Bear greater than 50% right now. I don't know if you mean in this mock or in real life, but I will say this. Could you imagine the chaos if Dexter Lawrence got traded during this mock draft? Because that would throw a wrench into things.
Just a little.
Our Giants host has announced he did trade Dexter Lawrence. Again, I'm not going to tell you who got him. Not going to tell you if I got him. But he has been traded. So if he got traded elsewhere, especially if it was like right now before this mock draft starts, that would be that'd be tough.
That'd be what we call a pivot.
Yeah,
a major pivot needs to be made. So
I think the trade would just be off, right?
Yeah,
and we would just have to do it that way.
We would have to.
I guess it would actually. You know what? It actually wouldn't be that difficult if it happened before the draft because you would just update the input data, right?
Yeah.
Now
we could still make
the challenge would be is if he traded him in the mock, and we're like in the second round, and then a trade gets announced.
Yes.
That would literally throw the whole – I don't think we could actually change it. I think for the mock, it would just have to stay.
No, we would be kind of in a tough spot there.
Guys, 162,000. We're trying to get there by the draft. We're a week away, 167 subscribers away from 162,000 subs here on the channel. We appreciate the love. We appreciate the support. Chicago Bears now. I know it's been kind of a slow build-up to the draft this year. It doesn't feel like this draft has quite as much juice. Obviously, the Bears are drafting a lot lower than they have been in recent years, but we appreciate everybody who's been tuning in nonetheless. You guys are amazing. So if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. We would appreciate it. And let's get some likes going here. Hit that like button if you're excited for this mock draft exercise. Let's go. Hit that thumbs up icon.
Let us know. Again, appreciate almost 200 of you guys that are tuning in with us. We are live for this Chat Sports live mock draft where here at Chat Sports, credit to you guys and all the support we received over the years, we are now at the point where all 32 teams are represented in this mock draft. It wasn't that way last year. Yeah,
I mean, we're not yet live on all 32 channels. I think that'll be the goal next year. But how many are we live for? Probably
a good amount. I mean, obviously, I think the newer channels, so those are 7 that we're not. And then
I bet Durham is because he's doing Maine.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I guess if you want to count,
I think it's a simulcast, but I think they are live.
So then yes. So then maybe
maybe 5 or 6, something like that. Yeah. It's fun. I think it'll be all 32 next year if I had to guess. All right, Dennis, someone called the Giants host. They got 25. Well,
they do.
We'll see what happens.
Yeah, let us know down below. We actually have this in the live chat. How many trades? Because Harry did admit that he has made 1 trade confirmed. How many trades do you think?
How about this? I'll have some fun here. How about this? If you super chat a trade idea, because I'll just kind of give this away. Trades in principle, or at least contingent trades, had to be agreed to before we went live today. And so some of those aren't finalized, right? Like some of those are like, hey, I'll trade up to your pick if certain player is available. So when that person gets on the clock, they communicate and say, hey, trade on or trade off, right? And then they decide. If someone before this draft starts, you can super chat any amount. If you can guess an exact trade I make, or at least in the ballpark, I'll Venmo that person $50.
Ooh.
For my personal Venmo. $50. So you could send in a $2 super chat and say, hey, I think you're going to do this trade, that trade. First person to do it, like if multiple people, it would be the first person. But so if you see someone else send in a trade, maybe don't do the exact trade. And if you're doing like a trade for a certain player, like if someone else has a trade package, don't do the same one because it would go to that person first. So you guys get the parameters. $50 in someone's pocket if you can get an exact trade that I did.
Colton says my entry is what his original super chat was, which was this one if we need to revisit it.
Okay.
So he's saying this is his entry.
There you go. If you decide you want to change, Colton, do a different one, feel free. Just clarify that in a follow-up message, but sounds good.
Fair enough. All right, we'll get on to the next super chat here. We got saw an article that we might trade for Marvin Harrison Jr. Would you do it?
Saw an article that we might trade for Marvin Harrison Jr. No. The reason I got caught, I paused there. I was thinking, have I missed something? I've not seen that. Where have you seen that? I'd love to know. The Bears trading for a high-end receiver, I know he's been a bit of a disappointment. It just doesn't really make sense right now. They've got their big two. I think a depth piece makes sense. A guy to compete for wide receiver 3. I could see them adding someone in the draft, but I don't think you would trade for a talent of MHJ's caliber right now.
Fair enough.
So,
Clifford, Harrison's been working the phones.
I've been working the phones. It's been fun.
Yeah. It is pretty cool just to see how Chat Sports hosts, if they were general managers, because this is the whole point of the exercise, like how they would operate if they were the GM of their respective teams. It's been cool to see.
No question.
It's been cool to see. All right, we'll get to Charles. This is his guess. 57 for 75 and 90.
It's a good guess. You know, I think this type of trade could be something Ryan Poles considers during the draft because, you know, if the Bears, let's say they do trade for their first-round pick, or even if they don't, like getting an extra pick on day 2, I think if they can accomplish that makes sense. And the easiest way to do that, I think, is trading one of 57 or 60.
No doubt.
You know, move back to the 70s, pick up a pick in the 90s, something like that. So I could see that potentially happening. So we'll see.
Fair enough. We'll get you on screen here in a moment. Excuse me. He says, any player you see falling to us at 57 or 60, like Luther Burden did last year.
I mean, guys always fall. Guys always go higher than expected, lower than expected. I think I don't know who would qualify as falling to 57 or 60. Like maybe like a Jacob Rodriguez would fit that mold. But yeah, I don't know. I don't think he'll get there, but you never know. I don't love the defensive tackles in round 1, but could one of the top 3 or 4 guys fall to that chunk in round 2? Maybe. I don't think Peter Woods or Caden McDonald will. Could Christian Miller get there? That would be interesting if he did. So we'll see. I think today's going to be a fun exercise to see kind of where everybody's minds are and how they're attacking this thing. So should be fun.
All right, Dennis sends in his prediction. He says, I predict you trade 25 and a second for Lawrence.
Okay. It's a good prediction.
Fair enough.
Prediction.
Charles says, and another drive. We're getting these loaded in, guys, so we'll get these loaded up here in a second. I just don't really like anyone there at 57 when I do mocks. Try and Kamari or a DT at 75.
Kamari Ramsey, I assume.
Yeah, I'm guessing.
Okay. Was he the one that sent in that other trade? Yeah, he was.
Yes.
Yeah, and again, like, if you think it's a similar caliber player, regardless of who is and isn't there, I don't mind trading 57 or 60 because you're probably going to get one of the guys you want there in that range anyway. Trade the other one and get an extra pick somewhere. So definitely open to that.
Fair enough. These are the 2 Super Chats previous. Charles will get your second one up there, but, man, it's getting close.
25 and a second for Lawrence.
25 and a second, and then here was Charles. He's super.
Yeah, appreciate it, Charles.
There we go.
Appreciate it. Guys, do want to tell you guys, too, we're doing a little special today during the mock draft live show. From now, this second until the end of the mock, so 4:30, 5 o'clock. I don't know how long we'll be live. Somewhere in that range. It's going to cut off like 5 minutes after the mock ends. All merch, company-wide, and here at Bears Now as well, 20% off. The link below, chatsports.com/bearshop. It's in the chat. All of our merch is 20% off. The Bear Claw Selly shirt, the Bears Now channel T-shirts, which are available in navy and black, the Iceman gear, the FGB, the beers, hats, and T-shirts. If you want to rock your St. Patty's gear all year long, which in Chicago is very much a fitting option, check it out. Chatsports.com/bearshop, 20% off company-wide for the next couple of hours. So take advantage. If you've been on the fence about buying our merch, well, now you got a little discounted option here. So check it out today, chatsports.com/bearshop. Link is all in the description of the chat, and you can see all of our options there. It's all there. So take advantage. It's good stuff. It's good stuff.
There we go. All right. I'm just kind of looking through here because I think we can go through the draft, or at least for the first round, right?
Yes. I don't think any of that's been.
Yes.
Yeah, maybe just here. I'll have the order up here.
Just to make sure. But I figured, hey, we could show up or show the upcoming picks, as it were. So
give me a second here.
I was going to say, I can just run through them too, and then before
you push each one across. So, this is good. So these are the upcoming picks, obviously, as the Raiders will be on the clock momentarily. You got the Jets at 2, Cardinals at 3, Titans at 4. You got the Giants at 5. Again, a lot of discussion around Dexter Lawrence. The Browns at 6, Commanders 7, Saints at 8. You've got the Chiefs at 9, the Bengals at 10, the Dolphins at 11, Dallas at 12. You got the Rams at 13, the Ravens at 14, Bucks, Jets 15, 16 here. Lions at 17, Vikings at 18, the Panthers at 19, and the Cowboys at 20. You got the Steelers at 21, Chargers 22, Eagles 23, the Browns at 24, the Chicago Bears at 25, the Bills at 26, the Niners are picking 27th, the Texans have the 28th pick, and then rounding out round 1, the Chiefs, Dolphins, Patriots, and Seahawks. So that is the draft order for round 1. I know there were a lot of trades in principle that I have heard rumors about throughout the last couple of days as Chat Sports channel GMs have been negotiating. So I'm curious. How about this? Let's do an over-under. How many trades in round 1?
Ooh.
What do you want to set it at? 6.5?
So I don't know if I want to. I do have a little information about how many.
Just round 1?
No, but total. So I don't know if
I have heard. There's rumors of double digits total.
Yes.
But I don't know round 1. Maybe 7.5 round 1?
I'd say 6.5 is a good
6.5? Okay.
I think 6.5 is a good number.
O for over, U for under. What are you thinking? Would you take the over?
Over. Over. Based on how this office has been talking about, I'm taking the over.
Yeah, there's been some wild GM activity, to say the least. But
just that we're, hearing through the grapevines and whatnot. But you guys let us know. Over or under. Here, do you want me to update the live chat?
Sure.
All right. Let me update that real quick. You guys get your votes in down below.
We'll keep cycling through those super chats here as well. Appreciate it. Appreciate it.
Help if I could type. That's pretty useful in this situation. All right. Over or under?
The Raiders will be on the clock in 5.5 minutes. 2:10 Central Time.
Let's go.
3-round mock today.
All right. Shout out to Dennis. We also got Charles coming again. I think we read this one, but
yeah, we already read this one.
Okay.
Appreciate you though, Charles.
Mana.
If you trade for Lawrence, I'm quitting the channel. Damn.
Ooh.
Strong. Why is that?
Hurtful.
You're just not a Lawrence guy?
Hey.
Hey, it's free country. That's
You
what
do what you
want.
want to do, man. Tom says 25, 3rd, and 2027. Dexter for Lawrence and the Giants' 4th rounder this year.
Okay, I like that.
There we go.
Appreciate you, Tommy.
There we go. We also got Will saying, I predicted that you take EMW or Mesidor at 25 or trade it for 130 and 390 or the 3rd-round pick from the Miami Dolphins.
Okay.
A lot of good guesses. You guys know ball.
130 and 390 from the Dolphins. Okay. Good stuff.
Good stuff.
Now, to be clear, predicting a pick, I'm not doing, like, I don't know who the picks are, like, who I'm going to be picking yet in the literal slots. So, like,
Right.
I'm not paying someone for that. But if you predict a trade exactly, the exact package, if you super chat that, I will Venmo that person $50. So, see if someone is able to. Maybe someone already has. Who knows?
Yeah. We're looking at our live chat. It looks like the over. People are liking the over at 58%.
All right.
It's a good number.
If you had just a raw guess, what would you say? Maybe 8 or 9 the first round? More?
It wouldn't shock me if it touched double digits.
How about this?
It wouldn't
Which
shock
team is trading first?
Ooh.
We know the Raiders aren't. Do the Jets consider a trade?
So this is it GM Dilly or is it GM
I think
Mike?
it's Dilly.
So
I've heard rumors of who they're picking, so I don't think they're trading.
I don't know if Dilly would be bold enough to make that trade. Maybe he will.
I would guess Arizona trades. There's
Yeah.
already been a lot of rumors on that.
A lot of rumors around the office. We don't know for sure.
Well, but like in the real draft.
Oh,
too.
in the real draft too. Yes.
So like
yeah,
they make sense as a trade team.
no doubt. No doubt they make a lot of sense. So
Yeah.
we shall see.
All right. Well, before the Raiders get on the clock, got to tell you about our awesome sponsor. We are presented by Prize Picks. We appreciate America's #1 sports pick app for sponsoring today's stream. Prize Picks is the place to go. If you're a daily fantasy sports guy, there's no better app in the world than Prize Picks. Playoff hoops is underway. You got baseball as well, season-long football, stat projections available. There's no better place to cash in when you're watching sports than with Prize Picks. If you're creating a Prize Picks lineup, all you do is pick 2 or more players, regardless of sport, and take more or less on the stat projections. Maybe you're talking more or less on their point total, rebounds, three-pointers, combo stats, strikeouts in baseball, home runs, RBIs, stolen bases, so many stats available. You got like the other day I took Tyrese Maxey more than half a point in the first 3 minutes of the game. I loved that one. 2 or more players, take more or less. If you're just a football junkie, season-long stat projections, I love the moron Ashton Genty, 974.5 rushing yards. He was around that number last year, and the Raiders were a joke, so I just think they're going to be at least a little bit better, so I like the more on that one. And then Caleb Williams, guy, still in the 3,500s. He threw for more than 35, 24.5 as a rookie, and we know how much he improved last year. So if he's healthy, he's going to go way past that number. $20 lineup to win $60, 3x multiplier there on a 2-player lineup. Get started, man. New user offer. Download the Prize Picks app today. Use code HMA. That's HMA when you play your first $5 lineup to receive $50 in lineups. Coach HMA when you play your first $5 lineup to get an extra $50 in lineups with Prize Picks. Clickable link in the live chat, down in the comments and description of this video as well. It's Prize Picks. Go check it out. All right, the Raiders are about to be on the clock, everybody. Woo! How many trades will I make today?
Woo-hoo. Let us know what you think down below. Let us know.
Let's get it.
People are already asking. Harry and Cullen, are you either of you guys trading in the first? Oh yeah, Sam's about to get on the clock. Sam's about to get on the clock. Commissioner Sam is getting on the clock, which, hey, guys, I don't care if it's Roger Goodell or if it's our own Sam Brown. We got to keep the tradition up. Boo!
Is he actually on the main stream? Is he walking in there for this?
He might.
I got to pull this up.
Get the boos down below, or the F Sams if you're a Chat Sports Real One. Boo!
Get the boos in the chat. We will be booing Goodell on draft night. They screwed us for the Ian Cunningham picks. We should be having an extra selection in this mock, but we're not because Goodell's a fraud.
Because Goodell's a fraud.
Goodell's a fraud.
There we go. The mock.
LaCour, if you didn't get the boo hate before, you should now after the Ian Cunningham screw job. We're booing Goodell, baby. We're booing Goodell. All right, the Raiders are on the clock.
The Raiders.
Which means the Jets are on the clock because no one thinks that they're not taking Fernando Mendoza. But
who will the selection be?
Let's hear it.
Let's hear it.
We shall see. Let's see.
Let's go. Let's go.
Come on.
Who's it going to be?
Here we go.
Here we go. Mitch taking his sweet time here.
Classic Mitch.
Classic.
Remember, those frauds in the NFL league office make you eat up some of that clock.
They do.
Remember they did that with Caleb Williams. The Bears came out and admitted that later. Spilling the league's dirty secrets.
All right, the number 1 pick is in.
Pick is in.
We'll get that loaded up for you here in a moment, as it is going to be Fernando Mendoza heading to the Raiders.
The Indiana quarterback, the Heisman winner, the national champion, the expected number 1 pick goes to Las Vegas here, 6'5", 235. I think the sensible selection. I think if you were to compare it to the 2024 draft, he'd still be a top 10 pick. I think he would have been QB4 that year behind Caleb, Drake, and Jaden Daniels, regardless of what your order was. I think he would have been QB4. He would have been ahead of Michael Penix, J.J. McCarthy, and Bo Nix.
Yep.
I think a relatively high floor and it's still a good ceiling. I could see a Jared Goff caliber career coming here if he reaches his potential with a little more mobility. Maybe a mobile Kirk Cousins is kind of one that I like, where good enough arm, better mobility, smart player, throws the back shoulders well. So
number 2 is in. Who's it going to be?
The New York Jets.
Get it loaded in here in just a moment.
Let's see. Looks like it's ready.
Almost. Got to load it up here.
Who do the Jets take?
Oh, there we go. Dilly.
Caleb Downs.
Don't hate it.
Not expected in real life, but Caleb Downs goes 2. I don't mind it personally. I think he and Jeremiah Love are the best pure players in this draft. Can't go wrong taking good players. I don't think the Jets will do this in real life.
We've got a trade, folks.
The Chiefs are on the clock. Trade alert. Here we go.
Trade alert.
Here we go.
The Chiefs are on the clock.
Here we go. Kansas City trading up. It's starting early, Cully.
It's starting early.
It is starting early, folks.
Woo-hoo.
Let's go.
Who are the Chiefs going to select at number 3 overall?
Let's see.
Wow. Be a bold move.
Who do you guys think they're trading up for? I heard rumors about this trade up, but I don't know for what player.
Yeah.
Do you have any idea? Have you heard whispers?
I've heard whispers, but
okay. I actually have not.
I've heard.
Is this an Arvell Reese spot?
I guess we're about to find
out. Is this
out.
a David Bailey spot?
It is David Bailey.
The Texas Tech brethren joins fellow Texas Tech alum Patrick Mahomes in Kansas City. David Bailey. So Arvell Reese, Cullen, still on the board at 4. So what do you do if you're Tennessee? Do you take Reese? Do you take Jeremiah Love? I like Love as a prospect more.
Right.
But people in league circles would probably say you take Reese here if you're Tennessee, just for the upside.
Right.
Positional value if he does become a dynamic edge rusher.
That would make a lot of sense.
This would also, you would have a lot, in a real draft, you'd have some pretty decent trade offers, I would imagine, as well, if you're the Titans.
Yeah. So are we just sending these to Sam directly, I guess is the...
He put instructions in there earlier. He said, DM me for the pick. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
So, Titans pick is in. Who do you guys think? Love, Reese, Maui Noah, Fano? I'm guessing it's Love. Oh, it's Sonny Styles.
Sonny Styles.
Wow.
Off the board.
Do we have the trade details from the Chiefs trade? Can we flash that?
Yeah, here, I can flash that here in a second.
We will get the trade details. Kansas City moving up. So 9-40.
9-40.
Now, in a normal draft, I don't think that would be enough. But this is a weaker draft. It's been reported that teams are holding on to picks next year. If you're doing the trade value chart, that about adds up to an even trade. to be honest. 387 plus 150 is 537. The third pick is worth 514. So that actually works based on the chart this year. Now, teams typically hold for a premium, especially in the top 10, but in this draft, it may not play out that way.
It may not. And the fifth pick is in.
The Giants, are they picking?
The Giants are picking. Their pick is in. The Cleveland Browns are on the clock.
Oh, this is a Marshall dream. This is who he wants at 5.
What a pick.
Jeremiah Love to New York. You help out Jackson Dart. Cam Scatterbo becomes your thumper behind Love. Maybe they trade Tyrone Tracy.
Maybe.
There you go. Are we getting a trade here at 6 with Cleveland? You could take Carnell Tate.
There's a lot of different options they could go.
I don't want to spill too many beans, but this could impact Cullen directly.
They could.
With what he's potentially doing with the Jags.
Could very well.
Do you take Arvell Reese? Just go BPA.
I don't know, man. What does Joey O do here?
I'm not as high on Reese, so personally, I don't think it should be considered crazy if this were to happen. I don't think it will, but I think he should go more in like this 5 to 8 range than top 3 personally. All right, here we go. Trade. Dallas has moved up.
We've got a
But Sonny Styles is gone. Is this for Caleb Downs?
Let's see what the trade is. It's for
12 and 20 for 6 straight up. That's an aggressive move up for Dallas.
Very aggressive.
So who is Tom doing it for? Is that for Downs?
We'll see. Well, Downs already off the board.
Oh, Downs already went. I'm an idiot.
Yeah.
It's got to be Reese.
It's got to be.
Yeah, it's got to be for Reese. I know, Ricky. I'm an idiot. I'll take the L. Woo, woo, woo. I'm sure no one will clip that.
No.
Yeah, it's got to be Reese.
And it is, in fact, Arvell
He's
Reese.
gotten comps to Micah. I don't think he'll be Micah, but you get somewhat of a Micah Parsons starter kit after trading him away last year. Arvell Reese. Would you do that trade? Would you trade 12 and 20 to go up and get Reese if you were Dallas?
If you truly believe he's an impact player, that could be a Micah Parsons replacement. I mean, like...
If you think he's 80% of Micah, I think in this draft it's worth
Another trade. Another one.
My God. Another trade.
Another trade. Chat Sports.
No, Ricky, I didn't. I just forgot the Jets took Downs. All right, here we go. 11 and 87 to go up to 7. Trades galore. There's been rumors a lot of trades could happen in the real draft. I don't know if it'll be, would this be what? 1, 2, 3. This would be the third one in the first 7 picks?
Per trade.
It's possible.
Oh, my goodness.
If you're just tuning in, we're doing a company-wide Chat Sports mock draft. So we're live on all of our team channels, or just about all of them, and we are making picks as if we are running the team. So obviously we're going to be making the Bears decisions. There are trades involved. So a lot of movement, a lot of activity here in this draft so far. So
fair enough, man. This is wild.
Does Miami go up for Ruben Bain here? Do they go get who else is in play?
It's a great question.
So who's gone so far? Let's get a refresher here.
Yeah, we can go get everybody up to date in terms of the selections.
3-round mock if you're just joining us. Fernando Mendoza to the Raiders. Jets took Caleb Downs. David Bailey in a trade up to the Chiefs. Titans took Sonny Styles. Jeremiah Love to the Giants. Arvell Reese to the Cowboys. Do we have a best players available?
Yeah, we do.
Graphic?
Yeah, we've got a big board here that we can go to. So we've still got Mansour Delane.
This is based, I think, on Brugler's big board right now.
Yes.
We'll have our Chat Sports big board available for the real draft. But Mansour Delane, Spencer Fano, they could use a right tackle. So you could take him or Maui Noah. Ruben Bain is still up there. All the receivers, do you just take Carnell Tate here if you're the Dolphins? You have no receivers.
That's fair. We do have the pick in for the Miami Dolphins. It is Ruben Bain.
Ruben Bain goes to Miami. And I think this is a wet dream if you're the Saints. Carnell Tate just sitting there.
Just got to grab him, you would think, right?
You would think. Pair the Buckeye brothers together at receiver.
Wow. Okay.
I would guess this is Carnell Tate, and then that would put the Cardinals on the clock at 9, and they could just take any right tackle, Fano or Maui Noa.
Yes.
So that's also kind of a dream scenario for Arizona, because the Saints are not drafting a tackle here.
Right. Yeah, there's no way the Saints are going offensive line. Not a chance.
Hit that subscribe button. Our live Chat Sports 3-round mock draft. We're making the Bears selections. 3 trades so far. I don't think the Saints will be trading here. I think this is either I think this is Tate.
You think it's got
Unless he just loves Tyson, who I do think has the higher ceiling. But I think this is just make the safe play.
It is Carnell Tate heading to the New Orleans Saints.
That played out pretty well for New Orleans. That played out pretty nicely. And for Arizona here, because now they can take Fano or Malinoa.
That they could. We can quickly run through some of the draft selections here from our big board. Here, we can just do it this way. That's not what I was looking for. This is what I was looking for. So far in this mock draft, pretty notable stuff. Fernando Mendoza, pretty chalky, goes 1. Caleb Downs goes to the Jets at 2. David Bailey, after a trade up by the Chiefs, goes to Kansas City at number 3. Sonny Styles to the Tennessee Titans at 4. Jeremiah Love to the Giants at pick number 5. Arvell Reese, after the Cowboys trade up with the Browns, goes to pick number 6. The Dolphins trade up with the Commanders to get Ruben Bain, and Carnell Tate is currently a New Orleans Saint.
Yeah, and I think Fano or Maui Noa here to the Cardinals at number 9 seems to make a lot of sense here.
A lot of sense. We don't have 9 in it, do we? No, we don't.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Still waiting. Arizona taking their sweet time here.
Go.
Multiple people typing in our Slack channel, so I don't know if there's a pause in the action here or not. So Arizona on the clock. Cheesy wants to know if you're picking for the Jags.
I am, in fact, picking for the Jacksonville Jaguars.
All right, the pick is in after a delay.
Okay.
Arizona is going to make a selection, and it is
Francis Maui Noa.
There you go. The tackle out of Miami. Goes right here. So there you go. Cincinnati on the clock at 10, and I don't know if this has played that well for the Bengals.
Yeah.
Maybe you could take either of the corners.
You could, yeah. Let's throw up the best players available in terms of the big board. Delane, you've got Spencer Fano, Olivega Ioane.
Could take Ioane or Fano. They could use a guard.
Yeah, could go corner here. That's
defense.
too early for Keldrick Folk. There's just no way.
I think you go Fano, or I think you go either Fano or one of the corners.
I would agree.
That's what I would be doing here. Delane, McCoy, or Fano.
And then number 10 is in. We'll get that on screen here in just a moment. As it is going to be, it is Mansour Delane heading to the Cincinnati Bengals.
That's a sensible pick. I think that's a sensible pick.
Fair enough, fair enough. All right, Harry, we're going to have a little brief break in the action here. But
yeah, Commanders will be on the clock at 11. But first, want to remind you guys, if you're just joining us, 20% off flash sale, all the merch company-wide. You can find all our Bears Now merch at chatsports.com/Bears shop. If you've been on the fence about getting one of these Bear Claw Selly shirts or any of our other gear, this is the time to do it. 20% off for the next couple of hours during this mock draft. So take advantage. The Iceman gear is available, FGB. It's all there. Chatsports.com/Bears shop gives you to the homepage of our merch shop, and you can go from there and select your purchases. It'll get you the discount in your shopping cart. It'll automatically input that when you get to checkout, so there's no code or anything you got to input. Check out our stuff that's available, T-shirts, hoodies, hats, and shop today. chatsports.com/BearsShop. It's all right there. Let's go.
Let's freaking go, man.
Link in the live chat.
Link in the live chat. We'll go over the picks in a second. I just want to make sure we're all caught up on some supers. We did that one already. We did this one. Rare breed. If you trade 25 for Lawrence, I boycott Bears now and 4 verts, a second, and Giordano at most.
Okay. Damn.
A lot of hateful.
I'm losing subscribers if I trade for Dexter Lawrence.
We got
We'll see what happens.
Honcho saying bear down.
Bear down. Appreciate you.
Bear down, bear down. All right, so we can now discuss, at least so far, what has happened in this kind of mock draft here so far in this Chat Sports version of the mock draft. Fernando Mendoza, no surprise, no secret. He goes to the Las Vegas Raiders at number 1 overall. Caleb Downs, arguably some people say the best overall player in this draft, goes to the New York Jets at number 2.
A lot of mocks have him going around like 10. Now, there does appear to be some momentum back for Downs this week where could he go as high as 5 to the Giants, but that seems like his ceiling.
Right.
I don't think he's going top 4. But, again, this mock is based on what people in charge of these channels are doing. Quite frankly, I don't hate it if I'm the Jets. It's a safe, good pick.
Don't hate it at all. The Chiefs make a bold move to move up to number 3 overall and draft David Bailey.
They trade 9 and 40 to do it. In a normal draft, that probably wouldn't be enough. But in this draft, it might be. Arizona rumored to want an offensive tackle, but taking one at 3 might be a little rich. They pick up a second-round pick, still stay in the top 10.
And then Sonny Styles, the ever just beast of an athlete, the linebacker out of Ohio State. He is heading to the Tennessee Titans at pick number 4. Moving into number 5 overall, and I think you said it best, Harry. If the Giants somehow have Jeremiah Love on the board, it's hard to see them passing up on the Notre Dame running back.
I think it's one of those where if Styles is there and Love isn't, they'll take Styles. If Love is there and Styles isn't, they'll take Love. If both are there, I'm not sure. I think Caleb Downs is a wild card there. There's been some O-line rumors, but I think if they wanted to go O-line, they'd probably try to trade down.
Followed by, and we're going to kind of run back through this here because we are back on the clock, Arvell Reese going to the Dallas Cowboys after they trade up. The Miami Dolphins also trade up and grab Ruben Bain, so a couple edges go back-to-back there. Carnell Tate ends up with the New Orleans Saints. The Cardinals, who did trade back, get Francis Marianoa, and Mansour Delane heads to the Cincinnati Bengals there.
Being told the pick is in for Washington at 11, so after trading down from 7 to 11, Miami sent 87 as well to move up from 11 to 7 to take Ruben Bain. So Washington drops back 4 spots, picks up a 3rd, which Washington doesn't currently have a 2nd, so at least they pick up an extra day 2 pick here. And they select Mekhi Lemon. So Lemon over Tyson in this mock. I think that'll be heavily debated by teams as we get closer and closer to the draft. I do like the fit, though. I mean, Terry McLaurin, that kind of outside route running technician receiver. Mekhi Lemon, who can run a lot of the underneath intermediate stuff, out of the slot. So I think stylistically that's a good fit to get him in there with Jaden Daniels.
And just to recap the trade, it was the 7th overall pick going to the Miami Dolphins in exchange for 11 and 87 with Mekhi Lemon.
And now
heading.
The Browns are on the clock at 12. Interesting decision because the top 2 receivers have gone. If you're Cleveland, do you take Jordan Tyson or do you take an offensive tackle? And if you take a tackle, which one do you take? I think it's either Fano or one of the left tackles. Some people think Fano can play all 5 spots, and I don't necessarily disagree. His arms are on the shorter end, so left tackle may not be an ideal fit, but it probably is the BPA pick because he can play all across the offensive line. He's so athletic, so we'll see if they take him. Could you take Monroe Freeling here, Caden Proctor? Those are kind of the top 2 true left tackle options if you're Cleveland. So we'll see. Obviously, from a Bears perspective here, left tackle in play. Caleb Downs is the only safety to go off the board, so Dylan Thieneman and obviously
Emmanuel
McNeil-Warren are still out there. Who are the top edges still remaining? The top 3 have all gone.
Yeah. So Spencer Fano, by the way, did go to the Cleveland Browns. I don't know if we said that.
Yeah, Spencer Fano. There you go.
Yeah. So we're going down to edges available. We still got Keldrick Falk, Akeem Mesidor, T.J. Parker, Malachi Lawrence. Moving in, you got Zion Young, Cassius Howell, R. Mason Thomas, and Gabe Akis. By the way, these rankings are based on Dane Brugler. who
Yeah,
set out those
Brugler's
rankings.
big board, so
Just for those who are curious in that
just
regard.
gives us a good kind of measuring stick here before Tom Downey finalizes his big board. So someone in the chat says trade up for Thieneman. We'll see.
Apparently 13 is now in. We'll see who that is here in a moment. Ooh, they go bold. They go Kenyon Sadiq,
Wow, okay.
the tight end out of the University of Oregon. It's a really interesting prospect, Harry.
Freak athlete, runs really well. Decent production at Oregon. Could have been more, but I don't love that offense, to be honest. So I'll give him the benefit of the doubt there. I think he can be a difference maker as a pass catcher. He's a willing blocker, even though he's not the biggest tight end. I think this is kind of the opening of his window, the early teens.
All right, and the Baltimore Ravens pick is in. Harry, I think you're going to be particularly a fan of this one.
Oh, yes. Jordan Tyson. I'm a Jordan Tyson stan. I understand he's had some injuries. I think he's got the highest ceiling of all the receivers in this draft. He can play outside. He can play slot. The term I use to describe him, he's like a violent route runner. And maybe that's why he's had some soft tissue injuries. He's so violent when he's changing direction, when he's running slants, with his release at the line of scrimmage. He's good after the catch. Not going to break a ton of tackles. He's not a bowling ball like a Mekhi Lemon, but, man, he can separate and he can win vertically too. I'm a big fan. He's got a workout with teams tomorrow, April 17th. If all goes well there and if teams are comfortable with his updated medicals, then I think he should go in the top 15. And Baltimore at 14, I think, is a really good fit.
Baltimore is a really good fit. Tampa Bay is currently on the clock. We can kind of run you through some of the top guys on the big board, as it were, that are still currently available. Here in this mock draft: Olavega Ioane, Jermon McCoy, Keldrick Falk, Monroe Freeling, Dylan Thieneman, Caden Proctor, Casey Concepcion, Omar Cooper.
Casey Concepcion, who sent a letter to GM saying he's the best receiver in this draft. Like the confidence. I disagree, but you got that going for you.
If you're not going to believe in yourself, who's going to believe in you?
Who will? I wonder what Reed is thinking here at 15, because he might have taken Tyson there.
He may have.
Do you go? I think I'll tell you what I would do. I would go Jermod McCoy in this spot.
Wouldn't hate it.
I think they need secondary help.
Ooh.
I would go with Jermod McCoy.
His pick is in, and it is not Jermon McCoy. It's Keldrick Falk.
Okay.
Edge out of Auburn.
High ceiling guy. I think relatively high floor, too. He can defend the run, 6'6", 270 or so. Sets the edge in the run game. Needs to develop more as a pass rusher, but he's only 20, 21 years old, so a lot of room for growth. So that's a swing. That's a swing at 15 for Keldrick Falk.
That means the Jets are back on the clock at 16.
They already have taken Caleb Downs. The top three receivers are gone. There's been buzz that they would consider Omar Cooper in this spot, Cullen. I would not. I'll tell you what, I'd double dip in the secondary. I'd take McCoy here. Ooh. You want to fast track a rebuild in your secondary? Caleb Downs, Jermod McCoy, that's a pretty good way to do it.
All right, we'll recap the picks just from 11, since we kind of did earlier from 10. Mekhi Lemon did go to the Washington Commanders with pick number 11 after a trade with the Miami Dolphins. Spencer Fano, after the Browns traded back, lands Spencer Fano, the tackle out of the University of Utah. And we actually have the Jets pick already being sent in here. Literally,
wow,
as we're doing
okay.
This. And they go Akeem Mesidor at 16.
See, I don't like this pick. To me, you're the Jets. You're at least a year away, if not multiple. Don't take a 25-year-old pass rusher at 16. They're the wrong team to do it. And I think from a pure just ability standpoint, Mesidor's a top 15 player in this draft, but you have to factor in age here. The Jets aren't close. I don't like that pick. That's my least favorite pick so far, if I'm being honest. Would you do that if you were the Jets?
No, not at all. I'm
just take McCoy.
I would just, get a young, ascending defensive player, or if they love a receiver, take him. But I just think they were going anti-Omar Cooper there, potentially. And the Lions pick is in, and a potential Bears draft target is off the board as they go Caden Proctor.
There's been a lot of rumors that they like Proctor a lot. That's a dream scenario for them. They have Monroe Freeling and Caden Proctor on the clock still.
And there's a trade.
Oh, so is the Vikings.
There's a trade.
The Vikings make a big trade. The Vikings make a trade. Let's see what it is.
Let's see. The trade is in Dexter Lawrence in exchange for a first-round pick and a third.
So the Jets are the team, or the Vikings are the team that do it. So
interesting.
Full disclosure, I made a push for Dexter Lawrence. I made 3 trade offers. Okay, we were working the phones for a couple of hours yesterday. I offered 25. My initial offer was 25 and 89, which is not far off here, by the way.
Yeah,
pretty close. I also offered 25, 57, and 60 for Lawrence and 37 back. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'd move up from 57 to 37. He gets 25 and 60. I also get Lawrence. My final offer was 25 and 60, and I get 145 back. I was told I finished second. I think that the key here is the 18th pick. The gap between 18 and 25 is still relatively wide.
Yep.
I think that was the difference here.
And with the 18th overall pick, the New York Giants go Vega Ioane.
Wow, so you get Love and Ioane. That's pretty good.
That's a pretty big power play by the New York Giants.
All right.
What a play by the Giants. I
just messaged Seeps. I actually didn't know it was him. I said it was you all along.
Dude, I literally asked him point blank because hands up. I was just like, oh, hey, Seeps, you made any trade? He straight up looked at me and was like, no, I didn't get any in. Classic Seeps.
Classic Seeps. All right, so the Panthers are on the clock
at
19.
Yes.
Here we go. Still Dylan Thieneman available. I could see him going here to Carolina. They've been linked to safeties, and they have the option at both him and Emmanuel McNeil-Warren. It's not Cleveland's coming up at 20, right?
Yep.
Interesting.
Very interesting. Interesting pick.
There he goes.
Dylan Thieneman heading to the Carolina Panthers.
There goes Thieneman at 19. There he goes. We've been working the phones, folks. Don't you worry. No, this was not done yesterday.
This was not. This is done literally right now.
We're literally live. Hello. I can see your chat.
Live.
Yeah, there goes Thieneman. There he goes. Some of the trades have been agreed to yesterday.
Yes.
But I don't think I would trade all the way up to 19 for Thieneman. I'd have to see what the offer is, but you're probably going to have to give up 89 to get up to 19. I don't know if I want to do that. I'd probably do it if it was for 129 in 25, but not for 89. We'll see. Here we go.
Bum, bum.
Here we go.
We shall see. Who do y'all think it's going to be?
Browns on the clock at 20. This also could impact you.
I
know you've been working on a trade behind the scenes with Cleveland.
I've been working.
Cullen's got something cooking with our Browns host, but this pick is critical, I would say.
Very much so. Very much so. Come on, Joey.
I'll tell you what. If Jermod McCoy gets to 25, I'm taking him. Dude, he's the best player available.
All right, 20 is in. Let's see what Joey O went with.
That's who he should take, honestly. Oh,
yep.
So it's off?
It's off.
Really?
It's done.
So Cullen and our Browns host had a contingent trade for Brian Thomas Jr. to go to the Browns, but it is off.
Yep.
That would have been for the 24th pick, right?
24th, yeah.
So there it is.
Yeah.
There it is. All right, hit that like button if you're enjoying this mock draft. We would greatly, greatly appreciate the love and support if you could hit that like button. Let's get the numbers up. We got 117 likes, almost 600 watching. Let's get those numbers up. Colin, I also don't know if we have the live sub counter for 4 verts, but I'd love to plug Four Verts as well, my other YouTube channel. We're draft heavy every single day. We're actually going to react to this entire 3-round mock over on Four Verts for all 32 teams. We'll do a Bears mock out of this as well here on Bears Now. But I'm trying to get to 19,000 on my other channel. If you enjoy my commentary, if you love the NFL as a whole, not just the Bears, come join the movement. Colin's putting the link in the live chat. Go subscribe to Four Verts, NFL and College Football Show on YouTube. We would greatly, greatly appreciate it. I'll tell you what, if we get to 18,700, I'll do a beer bong. 30 subs. If we get 30 new subscribers by the end of this stream, I will I'll pull out a beer bong.
Love that.
Wasn't planning on doing one today, but I'll do it for the people if we can get 30 new subscribers. Appreciate it.
Adam Downing, if you trade for Lawrence, I'll follow you with my other account to offset this other guy.
Well, I didn't trade for him. I got second. I made a push. I did. I would like to see Dexter Lawrence, but
there we go. Will said, how far would the Thieneman have to fall for you to consider a trade? I think we talked about this briefly, but
how far would Thieneman have to fall for you to consider a trade? If Dallas is picking at 20 and he gets past Dallas at 20, I think I'd consider it at that point. I would consider it. Actually, it's really not even the point, Colin. It's how much I'd have to give up.
Exactly.
Any point where I don't have to give up 89, I'm not giving up 57 or 60. If it's any point, like if Carolina at 19 would take 25 and 129, I would do it. But I'm not giving up a day 2 pick in addition to 25 for Dylan Thieneman. I like the player, but not that much.
Going to go run through these quick super chats because we are back on the clock. Wasim says, sup, Harrison and Colin. Have you and Rolly on. Shout out to you. And then he also said Seatman pisses me off.
I was trying. I'll tell you this. Me and Rolly have been working the phones to try and make something work for a trade. Stay tuned to see if that happens. Seatman pisses me off. Seeps is my boy, man. By the way, I'm just going to throw this out there. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but it's something me and Seatman have discussed. Y for yes, in for no in the chat. Would you subscribe to an NFC North YouTube channel hosted by me and Seeps, kind of more podcasty style, probably like 3 episodes a week, 30 to 45-minute episodes. We talk all things NFC North. We would, of course, branch out to other NFL topics, but it would be an NFC North-focused show. Would you subscribe to that? A lot of yeses coming in. 1 no. It's okay. I want you to be honest. If you'd be interested in that, there's been some thought to maybe launch something like that. So if you're interested, someone says run a poll. Okay, let's see.
By the way, the Steelers pick is in. Casey Concepcion is heading to Pittsburgh. Compliments Michael Pittman, DK Metcalf.
Okay, I like that. A little early for me, but receivers are gone. All right, I just put a poll up. Go vote. I'm not saying it's going to happen. It's something we've discussed. I'd like to do it. I am super busy as it is already, but I think it'd be fun. I'm definitely not, Jordan, but I like to think I put a lot of work in here. Carrying on my back is a bit of a stretch.
All right.
Colton Steen says, someone, I have a name here. What did I say to you, Colton?
I'm just going to kind of run through these
Sorry,
picks
Colton.
here.
I don't know what I said, but
we can go actually through pick 10. So 11 was Mekhi Lemon and the Commanders. Spencer Fano, after a trade, lands with the Cleveland Browns. Kenyon Sadiq is heading to the Rams at 13. Jordan Tyson to the Ravens at 14. Keldrick Falk to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Akeem Mesdor to the Jets. Caden Proctor heads to the Detroit Lions. Vega Ioane, after a trade with Dexter Lawrence being sent to the Minnesota Vikings. Ioane lands in New York. Dylan Thieneman to the Carolina Panthers. Omar Cooper Jr. to the Cleveland Browns. And as you see at the bottom of your screen, Casey Concepcion heading to the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Shout out to Vincent for buying a shirt, by the way. 20% off during this mock draft. Chatsports.com/Bears shop.
All right, and the Chargers pick is in. They are going with T.J. Parker.
All right. T.J. Parker, a potential Bears target off the board at 22. I do worry here at 23. Is this an EMW spot? The Eagles, they could use a safety.
100%.
They could go safety here.
Prime Eagles spot
If we
here.
dodge this bullet, I think we're good. I don't think the Browns would take him at 24. But is Jermod McCoy still available? Or did he just go?
You just read my mind what I was going to next. These are the best available.
God, are the Eagles going to get him? No, they signed Reek 1.
Yeah.
I don't think they'll take him.
Yeah.
They could, but
Yeah. You never know.
God, Joey's going to take him at 24, isn't he?
He might. He might. Oh, man.
If McCoy's there, I'm taking him. I'm telling you that right now. I will not pivot off that. I will take Jermod McCoy at 25. I will take Monroe Freeling's tempting as well. EMW, I will take McCoy at 25 if he's there.
Let's see. Is the Eagles – oh, shoot.
Did we miss a pick?
Yeah, I guess
What's going on?
they ran through that.
Okay. Who's 23?
Max Ihanachor.
Chase does love Ihanachor.
Okay. And then the Cleveland Browns.
Monroe Freeling!
Ho.
Holy fuck. Who do you guys want me to take?
I think it's between one of two people, right?
I'm making the pick, but you guys can chime in.
Whoo.
I think McCoy's the better value. I'm sorry.
Sure.
I'm a BPA guy. Corner's a bigger need than Bears fans want to admit. Tyreek Stevenson's in a contract here. Jalen Johnson was hurt most of last year. He's got no guaranteed money left on his deal after this season. Let's rock and roll, baby. Let's rock and roll, baby.
Ho.
I just sent it in. I just sent it in. I just sent it in, folks. We'll wait until it's official.
Wait till it is official. As soon as the photo loads in. There it is. The Chicago Bears, with their number 25 overall pick in the first round, select Jermod McCoy, the cornerback out of the University of Tennessee. Grade the pick, folks. I'm going to update the live chat.
Jermod McCoy, and we'll talk about him a little bit more. We'll get into some of the graphics around him that we have and who we have as a player. Obviously, an intriguing prospect given the fact, and you guys get your grades in A, B, C, D, or F, that he missed last season with the torn ACL. He was considered a top 10 pick before this year. Then he had the injury. He is healthy. He's ready to go. He worked out at his pro day, ran a sub 4.4, had a good vertical jump as well. The athletic traits seem to still be there in that regard. He's got more physical tools to work with than Mansour Delane. I get Delane being the safer pick, but McCoy at 25, really good value. Almost 6'1", over 190 pounds, really good in coverage. Graded out really well, both man and zone, a couple of years ago, so I think he's pretty scheme-proof. He's only 21 years old. I love this, man. To me, you're getting a top 15 talent at 25 in this draft. So if I'm going to go BPA, and that would be my approach here, I think this is best player available. I could have taken a Manuel McNeil-Warren. Maybe that's a little safer just to plug a need. But I also think corner is a decently big need. And if you can get Jermod McCoy here, at minimum, he's competing to start. At maximum, he starts, and Tyreek Stevenson's an excellent backup. Maybe you shop him for a draft pick later on in the draft. But BPA is too good of an opportunity with Jermod McCoy, to me, a top 15 player in this draft. Jacob Rodriguez to the Bills, by the way, at 26.
That he is. Didn't really think – I mean, we very sparingly, I felt like I've talked about Jermod McCoy in this draft process just because, again, most of the time he ends up going in that top 15-ish range.
Yeah, and, given the injury, maybe there's a chance he slides. Crazier things have happened. Him falling to the 20s I don't think would be considered outrageous. But,
right.
Man, if he's sitting there at 25, that's a damn good opportunity, man. That's a damn good opportunity. Someone says trade up to get EMW. He's still on the board.
Still on the board.
Ryan Dunleavy, Paul Schwartz reports that Dexter Lawrence no longer even wants to negotiate with the Giants. He just wants out. It's not even the contract at this point. He wants out. Now that's one report, but a quote in the article says, quote, his time with the Giants is over.
Emmanuel McNeil-Warren heads to the San Francisco 49ers.
Probably a BPA pick, 27. Did they bring back Hufanga?
Hufanga?
Didn't they?
No, I thought it was...
Or Greenlaw.
Yeah, Greenlaw.
They brought back Greenlaw.
Yeah.
So their safety situation right now is Jair Brown and Malik Mustaka. And honestly, Brown has not been very good. So McNeil-Warren would probably start right away for them. So it's a good pick.
RCK, these are obviously from earlier. Please trade down if EMW isn't there. No McDonald. Well, he went Tremont McCoy. So I think that's, pretty good value. Alex says, did you see Jimbo will call one of our picks?
Yeah, I did see that. Went to Pitt. So in Pittsburgh, that's fitting. So that's exciting. One of the day 2 picks he'll announce.
Pretty
fun.
sweet.
Should be fun.
Pretty sweet.
We have another trade, by the way.
Oh, another one.
The Patriots are on the clock.
Yeah, we'll get that trade up there.
We'll fix the on the clock as well.
Yep. We'll get that on there as alrighty.
Trade details are in.
Yep. Just getting all this stuff. Yep. Patriots are now on the clock.
They move up 3 spots, give up a 4th to do it. We'll see who they're picking here.
Very similar. It Sticks says, this is similar how the Bears got Jalen Johnson coming off an injury. First-round talent, round 2. Trade Stevenson now. Yeah.
Honestly, I might spice things up. So what we're going to do is we're running a 3-round mock live, but I'm going to do the rest of the 7 rounds for the Bears, right? So I'll get a simulator going, I'll submit the picks, and then we will be good to go.
Okay, Patriots go Caleb Lomu.
Swing tackle is a rookie. Morgan Moses retires. Kind of see what the Will Campbell situation is in 2027. If he's good, you probably just play Lomu at right tackle.
Don't hate it.
Has someone taken Monroe Freeling? Yeah, the Browns did. 24.
Yeah. We can go over the best available, though. But who
are the best available tackles? I think they're all gone now, right?
Yeah. Let me see. Offensive tackles.
I guess you got Blake Miller still.
Yeah.
Caleb Tiernan I like on day 2. And then it's like Bell and Burke maybe 3rd round. Some Barber I like. I actually like Barber better than Burke. And then it's clear day 3 guys. Okay. All right.
You guys love the Chicago Bears. Hit that like button.
We're doing the first 3 rounds. I almost said all 3 rounds. It's 7 rounds, but we're doing 3. We are doing 3. Here we go.
Bang, bang. Who are the Chiefs going to take at
Chiefs
29?
back on the clock. They traded up for David Bailey. They've been linked to receivers, but, I mean, are you taking Chris Bell in this spot? I don't think so.
Maybe. Well,
I just took McCoy.
Yeah, you just took
Colton
McCoy.
Hood, maybe he visited them. I don't mind Hood at this spot.
Yeah.
Chris Johnson. You could go with who's the next edge?
Next edge.
Maybe you're talking about a guy like Zion Young, played at Missouri, so local.
Here's the just overall Chris Johnson, Denzel Boston on the board.
Blake Miller would be interesting because they cut Jawan Taylor. They've got Jalen Moore, but he's probably not a long-term solution at right tackle.
They go Colton Hood.
I like that pick. I wonder if the Dolphins could go Blake Miller. They need a right tackle.
That they could.
Who did they take when they traded up to 7?
They took, if we can go back.
Ruben Bain,
I believe it was. Or this one, Ruben
Bain.
Yeah.
I would go either Blake Miller or I don't think there's a receiver worth taking here.
Ooh. They go Chris Johnson.
I don't mind that. Corner's another. They just need dudes at like every position.
They really do.
So don't mind that at all.
Don't mind it at all. Don't mind it. Shout out. So that means we got the Texans on the clock at 31.
All right. So Jeremy Chugs, our Texans host, traded down from 28 to 31. Maybe they go Blake Miller?
Maybe.
Just stash him for a year? Maybe they go Peter Woods, one of the defensive tackles?
Vincent says, are you doing a mock draft that can trade players?
Yeah, Dexter Lawrence was traded earlier.
Yep.
So, yeah, players can be traded. Is he the only player trade so far?
I think so.
I think he is. All the other trades have been pick trades. So
What could have been. Shame on you, Joey-O.
Yeah, Cullen had a trade in principle if the Browns didn't take a receiver with one of their first 2 picks, but they took Omar Cooper. What was his message to you? Sorry.
No, deal is off.
All caps?
All caps.
Power play.
I had the all caps.
The audacity.
The audacity of Joey-O. Cade McDonald goes to the Houston Texans. The Seahawks actually make a trade with the Steelers.
Are they going up for Ty Simpson to get the 5th-year option?
Let's see.
Sperry says he's a Simpson guy, but he doesn't love him in cold weather. So
yeah, who is he getting potentially at 32?
Is he going up for a defensive tackle maybe?
Maybe.
C.J. Allen? They could use a linebacker.
We'll update this on the clock here in a second. Let's see if we can get that trade.
Yeah, do we have the deets?
Yeah. Working on it.
Did you know Ortner had pulled off a trade here?
I knew he was talking to people. I just didn't know.
I tried to trade with him for him to move. He didn't want to move up, though, to 25.
Here are the details of the
Caden
trade.
McDonald to the Texans. That's pretty – I don't mind that for Seattle. 53 and 76 for 32.
Yeah. I don't mind a trade back from 32.
So it's a little – maybe a tick further back than you'd want to, but you have ammo to move back up, too, if you like to do it.
Yeah. Don't hate it. Don't hate it.
All right, we'll see who the pick is, and then we'll recap round 1 and get ready for round 2.
Do we have that in?
Not yet.
Oh, yeah, we do.
Oh, we do.
Emmanuel Pregnon.
Emmanuel Pregnon trading up for a guard.
Interesting.
I don't know about that one. Okay. All right.
We got to
Let's do the read first,
Yes.
just so we don't get caught up.
I was going to say.
Shout out to our sponsor. You see him up in the corner, right there. Our good friends, Prize Picks. No one does it better when it comes to daily fantasy sports. Been with Prize Picks for a while, and we're excited to be with them for a long time moving forward. Best place in the world for daily fantasy sports, America's #1 sports picks app. Player picks on fire right now. You got the basketball playoffs, baseball underway, hockey playoffs getting going. There's no better way to make money while watching sports than with Prize Picks. To make a Prize Picks lineup, it's simple. First, you got to sign up, create your account. Link to download the app is in the comments and description and live chat. Once you do that, though, you pick 2 to 6 players. More players in the lineup, the higher potential payout, and select more or less on stat projections. Points, rebounds, assists, three-pointers, free throws. If you're talking baseball, strikeouts, home runs, you got combo stats, fantasy score, goals and assists in hockey and soccer, season-long football projections, which I've got right here. I love this 2-player lineup for the season. Ashton Genty, I think he's going for more than 1,000 rushing yards. The Raiders will be improved, so I like more than 974.5. And then Caleb Williams, guys, 35-24.5, that's less than his rookie year. I think that's a steal right now with Prize Picks. More than 35-24.5. $20 entry to win 60 right here, a 3x multiplier. New user offer. Download the Prize Picks app today. Use code HMA. That's code HMA when you play your first $5 lineup to receive $50 in lineups. That's Coach HMA when you play your first $5 lineup to get an extra $50 in lineups with Prize Picks. Clickable link in the live chat and comments and description. All right, you want to just go chunks of 8 here, Cullen, and recap the first round. We don't have to spend too much time on every pick, but maybe just focus on a few that stand out. Obviously, this is, if you're just joining us, Chat Sports live mock draft for all 32 teams. We're making these picks and trades based on what we would do. Hence why a guy like Caleb Downs goes to the Jets at 2. Anything else stand out in this kind of first chunk here?
Yeah, I mean, it's a bold move by the Chiefs, but to get a guy like David Bailey, who, Chris Jones not getting any younger, to get a guy that could potentially be a stalwart for your defensive side of the football, obviously after you trade away Trent McDuffie, that one stands out. We'll talk about it more about the Giants side as we get later in the mock, but Arvell Reese, the Cowboys, if they are going to trade up, getting a guy like Arvell Reese, is he potentially their Micah Parsons replacement? I'm not sure, but It's a bold move for the Cowboys.
Yeah, they traded 12 and 20 to do it, so that's a big move up. You got this next chunk here. Cardinals in the trade down still get a tackle. I think that's a win for them to pair with Paris Johnson Jr., who's on the left side. Francis Maianoa can play on the right side. Browns trade down, still get a tackle as well. Spencer Fano can play all 5 positions. Kenyon Sadiq to the Rams. I mean, they already have a million tight ends. Why not add another one? Explosive playmaker. Keldrick Falk at 15 is interesting. That's a bit of a swing. The Bucs pass rush in recent years has been lacking. I don't think he's going to provide a ton of that early, but high upside player, really good against the run. So I think he is a guy you can throw right into the rotation. I don't like Messidor at 16. Not because I don't like the player, Cullen, but I think the Jets, you're a couple years away. He's already 25. To me, if you're going to draft him in the top 20, you need to have real playoff aspirations. And sure, the Jets want to make the playoffs, but you got to be realistic. I don't think that makes sense.
Oh, we got a blockbuster trade that we're going to break down here in a moment. But, yeah, I do agree. Akeem Messidor, not the ideal pick for the New York Jets. We'll break down that trade here in just a moment. Next chunk here, Caden Proctor heads to the Detroit Lions. The New York Giants trading Dexter Lawrence to the Minnesota Vikings in exchange for a first and a third-round pick. They get not only Jeremiah Love early on at the number 5 overall pick, they get Vega Ioane to pair up and to really just nail this first round. I really like the Giants' picks so far, followed by Dylan Thieneman going to the Carolina Panthers at 19, Omar Cooper Jr. to the Browns at 20, KC Concepcion at 21, TJ Parker at 22, Max Ihanachor to the Philadelphia Eagles, and Monroe Freeling also going to the Cleveland Browns.
Yeah, Browns, things kind of lined up nicely for them. They get their tackle, they get their receiver. Who did they take earlier when they traded down to 12? Fano. So they went Fano and Freeling. So that's pretty interesting. Maybe those are just your long-term tackles. Maybe you play Titus Howard at guard, or Fano could play guard. I took Jermod McCoy. If you're just joining us, pure BPA pick. I think corner's a bigger need than people want to admit. Jacob Rodriguez at 26. Guys, I love that pick. I think he should go in the first round. Only one defensive tackle in round 1, Caden McDonald to the Texans. I should mention Emmanuel McNeil-Warren. I could have taken him. McCoy is he's in a different tier of level prospect. Got to go BPA there. And then Steelers, Sperry with an interesting move, trading up for a guard at 32. They do need a guard desperately. I don't know if I would have moved up into the first round for Pregnon, but he chose to do that.
That he did. And then we also had a blockbuster trade that just occurred behind the scenes as Kyle Pitts has been traded to the Houston Texans in exchange for a second-round pick and a seventh-round pick going to the Atlanta Falcons. So a second player that's been moved in this mock draft outside of Dexter Lawrence.
Yeah, it's an interesting one. I mean, Dalton Schultz, a complete 3-down tight end. So I think in that Texans offense, you're really just using Pitts as like a movable chess piece who really came on down the stretch last year. I don't know if I'd trade a third for him, but the Texans are picking late second round, so maybe it checks out. I don't know why a seventh is necessary there, but there's a throw in. And for Atlanta, I don't mind it. They need draft picks, so there you go.
And with the first pick in the second round, the New York Jets, I think, get an absolute stud.
Love this one. Denzel Boston. I wasn't on board with the Messidor pick. I am on board with this one. I think he's a first-round player. I might be on an island. I still have him as receiver 4. I have him ahead of Omar Cooper and KC Concepcion still. I think he's just behind the big 3 of Carnell Tate, Mekhi Lemon, and Jordan Tyson. You could argue after Tate, he's the best X receiver in the draft. In fact, I think he clearly is. Really good at high pointing the football. Back shoulder throws he's really good at, which actually Geno throws a pretty good back shoulder throw, ball. So I actually like the X's and O's fit. You know who I'd love him for if he got to the Raiders at 37.
Yeah.
I mean, that skill set with Mendoza, who loves throwing back shoulders, if he was there, I think the Raiders would have been all over that. But he goes to the Jets here at 33.
That he does. Moving on down here as the Arizona Cardinals pick is in. Just scrolling down here.
Do you go Ty Simpson here?
No, they go Malachi Lawrence.
Okay.
Malachi Lawrence heading to the Arizona Cardinals.
Juiced up pass rusher. I think one of the better pure pass rushing edges in the draft. Not there as an edge defender, but NASCAR packages with Josh Sweat. I don't mind that.
I don't hate it.
Might be it's a little earlier for me. I'd have him more in like the 40s, but a lot of GMs, there's been a lot of chatter of like 20 to like 50 could be pretty similar.
No doubt.
Just kind of what you're looking for. So
No doubt about it. We'll get.
If you guys do super chat, we'll get those questions answered on the show.
Yes.
So if you want to chime in, feel free to do so.
Yeah, we got one coming in from Chicago. Mike says McCoy's horrible pick. He's still injured 1 year ago. Still injured.
He just worked out for teams and ran a 4.38, and it was in January. So like there was chatter, had Tennessee been a playoff team, he could have potentially played in the college football playoff. When they didn't make the playoff, obviously he wasn't going to push it. So listen. Your opinion, entitled to it. Obviously, there's some level of risk. I don't have access to the medicals. Obviously, if they're really bad, they won't draft them. But based on what we know, top 15-ish player, you get him at 25. Listen, I think I like it. Obviously, not everybody's going to agree. I love this for Tennessee. Blake Miller at 35. Titans need O-line bad. I know they've invested there. They paid Dan Moore Jr. They drafted J.C. Latham. They have Skoronski. But they're still not great up front. So you get Blake Miller in the second round. Sunny Styles, Blake Miller, it's not too bad.
Not too bad. In fact, we can actually show, just for a hypothetical sense here, since we had a couple of Tennessee Titans picks in, don't hate it. I don't hate it for Tennessee.
Hey, can we revisit that Steelers trade?
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember what Sperry gave up to go get.
So it was multiple. So we didn't even see the fourth-round pick. So it was also – so in exchange for pick 32, it's 53, 76, and 121. 3 draft picks in order to get Emmanuel Pregnon, which is interesting, to say the least.
All right. There you go.
There we go. I was actually just going to run through some of the big board, some of the best available. We got Avion Terrell, who is a polarizing prospect. Doesn't necessarily test the best, but I still think his kind of instincts and overall just knack for being around the football is going to find him a really nice home in the National Football League. You got Chase Basantis, who some people have as a higher guard than Pregnon. I think those two are interchangeable at 2-3 behind Ioane, obviously.
Could be scheme dependent. If you want to run a gap power scheme, I think Pregnon's better. Basantis probably a little bit better of an athlete, but I think Pregnon can play zone as well.
Yep. Peter Woods, who dropped to the second round, kind of as predicted. I think he is no longer getting that kind of first-round buzz, at least from people in the office. I don't know if anyone loves him here. So,
does Mitch pair Mendoza with Elijah Surratt here?
No, he doesn't.
No, Kristen Miller. Okay. Their D-line, their defensive tackle room is pretty bare. So, don't mind that pick. Did Peter Woods go?
Peter Woods is not gone.
So Miller over Woods. I don't mind it, to be honest. I think there's a lot of untapped potential there with Christian Miller. He had to rotate a lot at Georgia. So I don't mind the swing early day 2.
Yeah, I mean, if this is the Raiders' first 2 draft picks, how are you feeling?
I don't mind it. Yeah, I mean, obviously Mendoza goes without saying. He's worth a number 1 pick in this draft. And then you need someone in the middle of that defensive line. And, maybe it takes Miller a year or so, but a lot of tools to work with there for sure.
And then right after him goes another defensive tackle, and it is Peter Woods heading to the New York Giants.
They've had a good draft, man.
Really?
You guys know how I feel about these defensive tackles at 25, but I think now where these guys are going, this is the proper range, between 35 and 50.
Yep.
Like that's where I would start taking some of these guys.
Who will the Texans go with here?
The Texans at 38. What have they done so far? They traded back.
Yeah,
they took Caden McDonald at 31.
Yeah, we can throw up there.
They traded for Kyle Pitts.
Yes.
So we got a lot of movement here.
Yeah, here, we'll just show them the trade that they did. So Kyle Pitts for 59 and 243.
Yep.
It's a pretty good haul.
So Atlanta now has 48 and 59. So they're coming up with a couple of picks. And now Houston's on the clock here at 38.
Who is it going to be? Who's it going to be?
They could go linebacker here. They could go running back. Jadarian Price would be interesting in this spot. Pair him with David Montgomery. You got Woody Marks there as kind of a scat back.
Okay. I don't hate this by
Could go edge
Chugs.
rusher.
I don't hate this by Chugs.
All right, let's see it.
Keelan
Rutledge. Guard's another option. I bet he would have gone Blake Miller if he got to 38.
Yeah.
But you get Keelan Rutledge. They could still use a guard. He's getting some round 1 buzz, which means second round probably certainly is where he'll go. Georgia Tech, so There you go.
All right, and Dallas follows up immediately. They knew who they were going to select. We'll see if we can get that loaded up on screen. And it is C.J. Allen, the linebacker out of Georgia.
I like that pick. I like Rodriguez better than Allen, but that's how this fell. Rodriguez went 26, Allen 39. I think that's proper. Did run well recently. He ran a 40 recently for teams. Was in the late 4.4s, early 4.5s. So that's a good number for him. I don't think he's the most explosive athlete, but the way these scouts talk about him, Colin, is like he gets in the draft room with these teams and like they tell him the scheme that they run, and he's like telling them how he would call their defense. Yeah. So he's kind of like that classic. If he wants to coach in his future, he certainly could. Very smart player. You wear the green dot at Georgia. That's pretty good. You pair him with DeMarvion Overshone. I like that as well. So Arvell Reese, C.J. Allen. They need dudes on defense. It's a couple of dudes. So
a couple of dudes.
I like it.
I mean, here just to show Dallas's 2 picks so far. Not bad.
Not bad. You get Reese at 6, Allen at 39. Do the Cardinals do it here? Do they go Ty Simpson?
Figure at some point, right? You figure at some
This is kind of when the window would open for me for Simpson. I would not take him in the first round, but if you believe in a guy enough, I think you do have to take him in the second round. Like if you take a guy in the third or fourth, to me, you don't really believe in him. You're just like, well, we could use a quarterback. So I think if you believe in Simpson enough, you would take him here.
No pick yet.
Now I like Garrett Nussmeier later. Like if you can get Garrett Nussmeier around later than Ty Simpson, I would do that. I think they're closer prospects than people think, but Simpson's upside's a little higher. He's a better athlete.
That he is. We'll see. Arizona taking their time here. Joey O, is he going to pull the trigger?
He's been slow with the Cardinals.
Yeah.
Is he just forgetting because he's locked in on the Browns?
He might be. Arizona
the pick is in. Here we go. Let's see.
Nope. D'Angelo Pons.
D'Angelo Pons, a chat sports legend.
Yes. Sorry, Billy Beebe. Real ones know. Okay. If he doesn't go here, I mean, does he? I guess he falls potentially to maybe round 3?
Hang on a second.
Fair enough. Yeah. Here we can kind of discuss some of the selections so far here in the second round. Just kind of highlighting me here. I'll throw D'Angelo Pons there at the bottom. Give me 1 sec.
D'Angelo Pons at 40. I wonder if Billy would have taken him at 41.
He may have, honestly. Denzel Boston, Malachi Lawrence, Blake Miller, and Kristen Miller are the first 4 selections, followed by Peter Woods, Keelan Rutledge, C.J. Allen, and D'Angelo Pons to kick off this second round. Kind of standard here. We can look at some of the best available here. Avion Terrell still on the board. We like him at corner. Chase Basantis, the guard out of Texas A&M. Zion Young still here.
Zion Young still there. If he got to 57, sign me up.
Cassius Howell out of Texas A&M. Well, it looks like I think the Bengals pick is in, so we'll get that thrown up on screen. And it is R. Mason Thomas.
R. Mason Thomas. I like that value. I think it's a good range for him. Early, mid, second round. One of the better pass rush win rates in college football last year. Some limitations as a run defender, as a smaller player, but gets after it, doesn't take a snap off. Beast.
Absolute stud. Absolute stud. Saints on the clock here. They took, I'm trying to remember who.
Carnell Tate.
Carnell Tate. That's the only. I'm trying to remember all the traits.
I hate to say it, I would take Zion Young here.
Zion Young.
You're probably not going to bring back, what's his face?
Cameron Jordan.
Cam Jordan. Even if you do, he's year to year. I think Zion Young to pair with Chase Young makes a lot of sense.
Young and Young.
I'd say you could go linebacker, but you could go Anthony Hill, Jake Golday, a couple of options.
Couple of options.
Could go corner. You lost Alontae Taylor. Brandon Cisse, maybe.
A lot of different options.
Don't hate that. Could take a swing on a Caleb Banks here. I think this is when you start to get into the range where he could be worth the swing. I still think his physical upside is the highest among the defensive tackles.
For sure.
Obviously, injury history. And
All right. Saints pick is in. You have any guesses?
oh, man. I will say it better not be Jadarian Price. Who is it? Avion. Okay, I like that as well. Teams are convinced, by the way, that 4.6 thing was a fluke and it was injury related for Terrell. I don't think he's the fastest corner, but he's probably not a mid 4.6s guy.
Yeah.
I saw a tweet where one team reported to an insider that the GPS data that they had access to during the season had him running in the late 4.4s. So.
All right, quick break here before we get into pick number 43 with the Miami Dolphins on the clock. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. Daily Bears content, rumors, news, draft coverage.
Trying to get to 162 before the draft opens next Thursday. We got a week. 161 subs. Come on. I know we can get there. Subscribe today. I greatly appreciate all of the support. If you want to subscribe to my other YouTube channel, 4Verts, trying to get to 19,000 subs over there before the start of the draft. We're like 300 away on that channel, so that would be awesome as well. I told you guys, too, if we get to 18,700, we're 24 away. Colin will put the link in the chat. I'll do a beer bong on the house if we get to that on 4Verts. So a lot of NFL draft content on that channel daily between now and the draft. So lock us in. We got you covered. Excited to bring you as much content as possible.
Yeah, we'll get back to the Miami Dolphins here in a second, but just kind of want to run you guys through some of the most recent, always do that. Just the second round picks that have happened so far. We've got Denzel Boston that is going to the New York Jets in our Chat Sports mock draft, followed by Malachi Lawrence out of UCF heading to Arizona. Blake Miller heading to Tennessee. We've got Kristen Miller heading to the Las Vegas Raiders. Peter Woods heading to the New York Giants. Keelan Rutledge going to the Houston Texans. C.J. Allen, the ever-cerebral linebacker out of Georgia, heading to the Dallas Cowboys. D'Angelo Pons, the explosive corner, heading to Arizona. And then just to kind of round things out, R. Mason Thomas and Avion Terrell going to the Bengals and Saints, respectively.
Dolphins and Jets coming up here. They've both made multiple picks. They both have a lot of selections this year. Here we go.
Go.
Dolphins, do you go receiver now? You haven't yet. Chris Bell, maybe. You could go, I don't know what other receivers are available. I'm trying to think, like Elijah Surratt. Is it too early still?
Yep, we'll get those on screen here in a second.
Maybe a guy like, you got Zachariah Branch.
Ooh.
I think it's a little early for him.
They go Chase Basantis.
Well, Jonah Savaniya. Niaya?
The guy stinks.
I used to know the name, but I'm struggling with it now.
Savanea, I think.
He was terrible last year. So you got to at least bring in competition. At least. If not a flat-out replacement.
You said you wanted to see the best receivers available?
Yeah, just curious.
We got Jeremy Bernard, Chris Bell, Malachi Fields, Antonio Williams, DeJon Stribling.
By the way, I've watched some more of him since the Bears brought him in. He's a good player.
He's a really good
player. He's a good player. 6'2", over 200, he sub 4'4", runs away from guys with the ball.
He's a dog, man. He's a dog.
I wouldn't mind him at 60 or 89.
Where do you think the Jets are going to go? Where do you think the Jets are going to go?
All right, Jets at 44. They could double dip at receiver. Maybe they take Brandon Cisse at corner here.
Maybe.
I thought they should have taken McCoy at 16. And then I got him at 25. He fell 9 more spots.
Let's see. The Jets, they haven't made – they have. So these are the Jets' picks so far. Caleb Banks, Akeem Mesidor, and Denzel Boston. Outside of that Mesidor pick, not terrible. Not bad.
Not terrible at all.
Not bad as the Jets pick is in, and it is going to be Brandon Cisse headed to the New York Jets, which means the Baltimore Ravens are now on the clock. Cisse heads off the board.
Brandon Cisse to the Jets. I like it. They need a corner. They need a corner.
They need it.
So the Ravens, who took Jordan Tyson in the first round.
Where do they go? Sorry, I'm just refreshing my Slack.
They could take a swing on Caleb Banks. Do you want to take two kind of injured risks, though?
It's kind of high risk, high
Seems a
reward.
little risky.
Yeah, like I made the point that, like, yeah, if you take Jordan Tyson, you can't take
Probably go safer here.
yeah. Let's see who they select. Ooh, Eli Stowers.
Okay. Explosive playmaker. That's kind of your Isaiah Likely replacement there.
Yeah.
So they're loading up offensively.
Loading up.
Loading up for Declan Doyle.
That they are. Former Bears legend. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers are on the clock. I've talked to our Bucs host, Reed. He loves the idea of going a lot of defense in this draft. Would not be shocked. He went Keldrick Falk in the first round. Wouldn't surprise me if he adds another defensive player, maybe a linebacker, maybe a defensive tackle.
Yeah.
Safety, like A.J. Halsey, is he in play in here?
I wonder if they would have taken Stowers here. But, yeah, I think a safety could be a play. Corner.
Bunch different.
I don't know who the best corner.
They just need some dudes. We could throw up the best corner. I can do that. For the best cornerbacks. Drayton Stukes, Keith Abney, Davison Igbinosun, Malik Muhammad, Chandler Rivers, Dalen Everett, Sicario Davis, Julian Neal. Some of the names.
All right. Shout out.
Miliano says, don't take Shamar Stewart again, please.
Who are you comparing to Shamar Stewart? Who are you comparing to Shamar Stewart?
That's a great question. Okay. Yeah, that's a smart pick by Reed. He goes with Anthony Hill, the linebacker out of Texas.
I like that pick. I like that pick.
It's a good pick, Reed.
All right. The Colts are on the clock.
First time in this draft, because obviously they don't have a first-round pick. Who does Billy go with?
I wonder if they need a linebacker. I wonder if they would have taken Anthony Hill.
Maybe.
Jake Golday is probably your next best one here.
Could see that.
Then there's a teardrop, in my opinion, down to probably like the Kyle Lewises, the Keyshawn Elliott's. Is it Keyshawn Elliott, the Arizona State?
The Arizona State, yeah.
Josiah Trotter, who's good against the run, not great in coverage. To me, that next tier is more of a third round.
I do like Josiah Trotter. I think he's an NFL-ready linebacker. He just can't cover worth a damn right now.
Yeah, I don't think you can play him on third downs. So I don't know how he's a full-time starter.
Fair enough.
He's like a throwback.
Pieces of lie. Call the Browns, offer them 60 and our next two firsts for Myles Garrett.
I will say I half-heartedly asked our Browns host about Myles. He said he's not trading him. So
yep.
I don't want to say I tried, but I did inquire. The one I pushed for hard was Dexter Lawrence, but I couldn't get that one over the finish line. Couldn't get that one over the finish line. All right, the Falcons, their first pick. Oh, so it was Jake Golday.
It was Jake Golday.
Okay,
yeah,
okay.
Sorry, I pushed that across.
No, there you go.
Yep, Jake Golday heading to Indianapolis.
I'd love to know who he would have taken if Hill was there. You think he would have taken Hill over Golday?
I personally have Hill over Golday,
Same.
but I mean it's not completely
Similar tier.
Yeah, him, C.J. Allen, like those.
They're in the same tier, but Hill's higher in the tier.
I'd agree. Just some best players available here. I'm just going to throw Golday.
Zion Young.
Still there.
He's still sitting there.
Zion Young. Cassius Howell, Jeremy Bernard, Ty Simpson. We also have Chris Bell, Gabe Akis, Jadarian Price, and Caleb Banks. Just kind of sitting there.
Some interesting
names.
I feel good about the edges I like being there in that 57-60 cluster. I mean, you still have Zion Young, you still have Gabe Akis, you still have Denai Dennis Sutton, and you still have Derek Moore. So, chat's telling me to make moves, but I don't think I need to. I like Zion Young, but do I like him so much more than that next group that I'm going to trade a pick to do it?
Yeah.
I don't think so. I'm gonna stay patient. Now, Atlanta could just take Zion Young here with the situation with.
They could. I swear I'm getting these Slack notifications. Like Chris Brazzell.
Chris Brazzell. A lot of varying opinions on him.
Oh, and then the Vikings come back.
AJ Halsey, a potential Bear. So I'm getting sniped by Seeps.
Yes.
He outbids me for Dexter Lawrence. He gets AJ Halsey too, a player I like.
Yeah.
All right. I see you, Seeps.
Yeah.
By the way, what was the poll looking like with that NFC North thing before we exited it? Did you even look at it?
I didn't look at it.
Okay.
No.
I didn't either. It's all right. We'll do it again another time.
We're gonna explore it.
Lions at 50. Seeps stream sniping.
Honestly. Nice pick, Matt Ryan.
That's good, Colton. What you thinking here? I'm thinking that I like the edges coming up. Is Micro Mike going to snipe me? Who did the Lions? They took Caden Proctor, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Well, there goes one of them.
Okay, let's see. Derek Moore. I'm okay with that.
I like Derek Moore.
I like him. I don't like him better than Zion Young.
Yeah, Zion's still there.
Do you like Derek Moore? How would you cluster Derek Moore, Dennis Sutton, and Akis? How would you order them?
Sutton, Moore, and Akis, you said?
Yes, Dennis Sutton, Moore, and Akis. Those three.
I personally like Moore a little more than Akis, but deny Dennis Sutton's close, but I'd probably give the edge to DDS.
With DDS 1, Moore 2, Akis 3.
Yeah. I think it's all three of them are interchangeable for me.
Yeah, same.
They're all in that kind of tier.
I think Akis might actually be like the best well-rounded player. I don't know. It's tough. I go back and forth on those three. All right, 51 for Carolina. Let's see.
Who's it going to be?
Who did they take at 19? Thieneman?
Thieneman, yeah.
Dylan Thieneman. Here we go. Why would we draft another CB? That's dumb, Al Capone says. Because it was a clear BPA and it's a bigger need than you think. Your two starters are Jalen Johnson, who I like a lot, but was hurt most of last year, and when he did play, didn't play well. Has no guaranteed money left in his contract after this year.
Jeremy Bernard.
Jeremy Bernard goes to Carolina. And Tyreek Stevenson, who they didn't play ahead of Nashawn Wright last year. I like Tyreek, but he's also in a contract here. I'm telling you, the Bears view corner as a need. I do as well. It's not the top need. They can work with what they got, but oh, I see what you're saying, Al. Okay, I see what you're saying. Yeah, I'm not drafting another corner. Sorry, I misinterpreted. They're saying draft another corner. God, if Joey snipes me here for Zion, that would suck. I like the other guys, but
yeah.
FGB. 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 By the way, get your FGB gear. Chatsports.com/Bears shop. We'll put the link in the chat. Chatsports.com/Bears shop.
We're about to do a plug here in a second after the pick, ironically.
20% off.
Yep.
Come on. F Green Bay. My bad, Al Capone. Thought you were calling me out, man.
All right, the pick is in.
Fair enough on EMW.
Who's it going to be?
Who's it going to be?
Load it in.
Have you seen it? God fucking damn it. Of course.
Oh, man.
There he goes. Zion Young. Brutal. All right.
Well, There's never time, good a time as any.
Get your FGB gear, 20% off all merch throughout this mock draft. Chatsports.com/Bears shop. Graham says this has been awful for the Bears. We got Giordano McCoy at 25, man. Still got good edges coming up. Yeah. Chatsports.com/Bears shop. Click and shop today. We got the Bear Claw Selly tees as well. The Bears Now channel shirts. That link's going to get you to the homepage for the merch. Chatsports.com/Bears shop. Let's get it locked and loaded. Some of the recent picks here.
Yeah, we can go through them.
That we can recap.
We can just go. Or here, we'll just go through kind of the second round so far this way. Denzel Boston, Malachi Lawrence, Blake Miller, Kristen Miller, Peter Woods, Keelan Rutledge, C.J. Allen, D'Angelo Pons. Harry, what stands out to you the most from this kind of first grouping here?
I love Boston at 33. I think he's a first-round talent. Blake Miller to the Titans like that as well. Protect Cam Ward. Peter Woods, the Giants have Jeremiah Love, Vega Ioane, and Peter Woods after trading Dexter Lawrence. You need a D-tack to help to replace him. I like that at 37. So, yeah, those are the ones that stand out. And this next chunk, I like Avion Terrell to New Orleans. Anthony Hill to Tampa is a good pick. Jets needed a corner. I thought they should have taken him at 16. They went with the older Akeem Messidor, but they come back and get Brandon Cisse. Not a huge fan of the Brazel pick. Atlanta's got limited capital. I would not take the risk on Chris Brazel with my first pick if I was Atlanta. And then obviously the last four picks, 3 of the 4 potential Bears targets, A.J. Halsey, Derek Moore, Zion Young, with Jeremy Bernard squeezed in there as well.
Yeah, we do. All right, getting back into it here. We've got Charles saying in a super chat, saying should have made that move FGB.
It is what it is, man. You work the phones, you get what you can. Not meant to be. Not meant to be.
Not meant to be.
I've never been a Zion Young guy.
Never.
I will say I don't love him at 25. So, but at 52, that's really good value. I think he's a top 35, 40-ish guy.
Seahawks pick is in. Cassius Howell.
Okay. How do you feel about that, Mr. defending Super Bowl champion?
Not necessarily a Mike McDonald type of edge rusher, but, I mean, as a guy that's been flirted to potentially go in round 1, I don't necessarily hate it. I think Ordner wanted Zion Young based on some of the Slack messages we've been getting, so he just pivoted to the next available edge, which I don't hate. Miliano.
Ben the Pen Johnson will take Zachariah Branch. I believe Hair Bear will do the same. We'll see. We'll see what I do. Few picks away.
There we are.
Few picks away. Eagles at 54.
Where are they going to go with?
Who did they take at 23? Ihanachour?
Yeah, they took.
You would think they would try to get a guy that's going to play right away then, because Ihanachour probably sits a year for them.
Yeah.
They could go edge. I wouldn't be shocked if they went Dennis Sutton or Akis. We need to dodge at least 1 or 2 bullets here to get one of those 2 guys. So this, to me, this is a big pick here from a Bears target perspective. Can we see the big board? Someone's asking. Yeah, let's go through overall, and then let's also look at edges and safeties specifically.
Sure thing.
After taking Jermod McCoy at 25.
Best available, we got Ty Simpson, Chris Bell, Gabe Akis, Jadarian Price. There's also Caleb Banks, Keontae Scott, Kieron Crawford, and Lee Hunter there for everybody. And then which positions did you say you wanted to go?
Edge, safety.
All right, so edge, Gabe Akis, Kieron Crawford, Dennis Sutton, Romello Height, Deshaun Barham, L.T. Overton, Max Llewellyn, Caden Curry.
And then go to corner because I know like Stukes is listed there. Yeah.
Stukes.
So we're in a good spot in terms of you got Traden Stukes and Keontae Scott still sitting there. To be clear, if I take Stukes, that's to be a safety. Maybe he gets maybe him and Kyler Gordon they're kind of interchangeable, but I've already taken a true outside corner. So yeah, take that for what it's worth.
Take that for what it's worth. You guys let us know down below who do you want the Bears, a.k.a. Harry, to draft. The pick's about to be up on the clock for Chicago.
Taking a lot of time here at 54. Looks like the pick is in, though. Looks like the pick is in.
Pick is in.
All right, let's see.
Let's see who it is going in here. It's the Chargers now on the clock. And Keontae Scott is officially off the board.
Ooh, boy. Okay. That hurts a little. That hurts a little. Not a lot, but a little. So, ideally here, if things fall nicely, Dennis Sutton, Gabe Akis, Traden Stukes. Can we get two of those three at 57 and 60? We have to dodge 55, 56, 58, and 59. I think we'll for sure get one of those three. The question is, if one of the edges goes off, do I go edge or Stukes at 57 and hold my breath for 60? I think I have to go edge because there's safeties I feel like you can get later. I think it drops off at edge too much after that. We'll see. We got a couple of picks here to kind of see how it plays out. Edge from Miami, he's long gone if you're talking about Akeem Messidor. What about Caleb Banks? I think this is the range where you could take a swing. I think I'd go at those two edges over Banks, though.
All right, Chargers pick is in.
All right. They took an edge earlier, so I feel good about them not taking one. Okay, Chris Bell. The irony here is Cullen knows everything, and he's making this pick for the Jags. He knows everything.
I do.
So talk us through some of the Jags' needs.
Ironically, linebacker would be a big need. Everywhere on the defensive line, really the whole front seven. You could argue edge, you could argue defensive tackle. Tight end's a sneaky need.
But there's not. Is there a linebacker worth taking here?
No.
Have you sent in your pick?
I have.
Oh, boy. Here we go. Here we go.
We have sent it in.
Oh, man. Let's see. Who does he take at 56?
As soon as it loads in.
The pick is in. Oh, okay. So you take the swing.
I am taking the swing.
If he hits, that's a fun defensive line. There you go, Caleb Banks at 56. So I've got Gabe Akis, denied Dennis Sutton, and Traden Stukes still available. Let's go to overall big board before I make this pick.
Yep.
I got three guys I like, and I'm picking in two of the next four spots.
Yep.
So you would think Jadarian Price? I think if I want Stukes, I got to take him here, right?
Yeah.
Because I got two edges still. So unless they go back-to-back,
yeah,
58 and 59.
Mm-hmm.
Guys, I've been working phones for trades in this range. I don't think I'm going to find a trade here. I have been working one in the third round, too. So stay tuned. Okay, I'm going to send it in.
Sending it in. Will Harry select?
Take Simpson, BPA. No.
BPA.
All right, I sent it in. I don't think I'll regret this, but there's a tiny chance I will. Here we go. Pick is in. It's just got to load in.
That it does.
All right, Traden Stukes. I went with the probability play, Colin.
Yep.
I've got Akis and denied Dennis Sutton. So we got the 49ers here at 58. Who do we have at 59?
Atlanta.
Oh, they could take an edge. I got to dodge one of these bullets here. Traden Stukes is a safety. He did not play any outside corner at Arizona. I think he could, but he is a nickel safety hybrid. So I think you work him in the mix at nickel and safety. Between he and Kyler Gordon, you figure out who's more of your nickel, who's more of your safety. Older prospect, explosive as hell. Really good at nickel. He can play in the box. He can cover. He ran a 4.33. I actually think his best position in the NFL could be more of that true safety role where you're not having to deal consistently with shifty guys, whereas with nickel you are. If I was going BPA, I would have taken one of the edges, Cullen. But this is a unique situation where I'm back on the clock at 60. Stooks, to me, was the last player at safety that I think can play safety in this range before there's a teardrop.
Yep.
So I'm going to take my chances that one of my edge rushers is available at 60. Could bite me in the ass, but
All right,
we'll see.
Niners pick is in. It is Jennings Dunker.
Okay, we're good. One of our guys will be there. We're good. Jennings Dunker to the Niners. We're good. See? Sometimes you got to risk it to get the biscuit, all right? So we're guaranteed Akis or Dennis Sutton. That worked out well.
That did.
Get 2 starting caliber defensive backs, and now we're going to get an edge rusher. All right, there we go. Take Keith Abney. Let's triple up.
Let's take it.
Come on, Bud Clark. Here we go.
Salick, I think is.
Why do y'all think Dennis Sutton sucks?
NFC North host
17
straight haters
sacks the last
talking
2
all
years, and
potential Bears targets for the super chat. Sorry.
NFC North straight haters taking all potential. Yeah, it is what it is, man.
All right. Ooh, and the Falcons go Lee Hunter.
All right. Here we go.
That means you're on the clock, sir.
I am. I am on the clock. They're both available.
Which one do you go with?
Type D for Dennis Sutton, J for Akis. I told you I've gone back and forth between these two and Derek Moore on who I like the best.
Let us know down below in the chat.
What do you guys think? Who should I take? Who should I take? I can take either. They're both there. They're both there. What's the chat saying? It's a good point. Someone says the younger guy. Let me double check their age.
And show the big board here real quick. There's best available: Ty Simpson, Gabe Akish, Jaren Price, Kieran Crawford. You also have denied Dennis Sutton.
Pick is in, or I just submitted it. I just submitted it.
What do y'all think?
Pick is in.
All right.
All right. Gabe Akis. I think it's very close. One thing I think could be a tiebreaker here is Akis, his run stop rate, a tick higher than Dennis Sutton's. He's about 6 months younger, so not a huge difference there. I think one thing that stands out, whereas Dennis Sutton has been productive the last 2 years, Akis, to me, Cullen, got better every year. Clear, kept getting better every single year. I think he checks the boxes for size. He's local. Obviously, Dennis Sutton played in the Big Ten as well. I think you could go either way here. I'd be happy either way, but I go Gabe Akis here. I think it's very close. I don't think you can go wrong here. I've said it for months. Akis, Dennis Sutton, Derek Moore. If you can get one of those guys at 57 or 60, I'd be a happy customer. And there he goes. Denied Dennis Sutton to the Eagles. It just we just saw it. Derek Moore, Dennis Sutton, Gabe Akis, all within what, 10 picks? I mean, they're going to be in the same tier. Someone says would have liked Lee Hunter over Stukes. I don't think Lee Hunter's a scheme fit.
Yeah.
And I know this is what I would do, but like what I would do still has to factor in who's on my coaching staff. I think Lee Hunter is a good player. I think he is going to be a good first and second down player. I think he could provide some pass rush ability in certain schemes, but I don't think he fits what Dennis Allen's looking for. So you have made a trade.
I have made a trade.
You were on the clock again.
I am on the clock.
62. You send 88 and 100 to Denver. So who did you just take with the Jags?
I just took Caleb Banks.
Okay. So what are you thinking here? Is there probably still not a linebacker yet?
Yeah, probably not a linebacker. I'm thinking between either Kieron Crawford, who I really do like out of the University of Auburn. He's kind of risen up my draft boards as of late.
Is Price crazy here? They have a couple backs, but
I probably wouldn't. It's either him or Sam Roush, the tight end out of Stanford.
You'd go Roush this early? He's good.
He's good, man. He's good.
Who else is sitting there? You're a Davison Igmanosin guy, but they re-signed Monteric Brown, so you probably don't need to go corner.
Or Josiah Trotter. I don't hate Trotter, to be honest.
You're making the pick.
Yeah, Trotter or Crawford.
You guys guessing that. When's your next pick now after trading 88 and 100?
It's 81.
So I think you ask yourself who's more likely to get to 81 out of the guy you're not taking. To me, I think that's the strategy. If it's that close.
Yep.
All right. Cullen's going to send in his pick. You guys guess what it's going to be.
I know, Sam. Hold on. Jesus, I can't type. Take it easy, Sam. Don't let me know who you think I picked. All right. Pick is in.
Let's see. Kieron Crawford.
Kieron Crawford.
I like him.
I do think so. I think he'd be a guy that he's borderline round 2, round 3 for me, but, again, trading up, I think to get an edge that you really like here in this range.
Talk me through him.
So the thought was, because I was thinking about going edge at 56, and then because I had this trade already made, but I was like, would a defensive tackle, because I had Banks and Hunter in as 2 potential tackles that I could potentially draft. I guess I could have maybe gone. I guess I don't hate it.
I like it.
I don't hate it. I think Crawford's a guy who really came onto the scene at the University of Auburn, played at times better than Keldrick Falk last year.
I actually think he's a little more polished as a pass rusher than Falk.
Yeah.
He doesn't have the physical tools Falk has.
No, he doesn't.
But he's still like 6'4", 250, so he's not small by any means.
There we go. Patriots pick is in. Romello Height, the edge out of Texas Tech.
Okay.
The edges are flying off the board now.
Yeah, we're seeing a run of them here, starting with Derek Moore really at, 50? We've seen about 5 or 6 goes. Zion Young went, denied Dennis Sutton, Gabe Akis. All right. Here we go.
Who's going to be?
What is this debate in production?
I guess Mitch sent something in.
Against the rules.
Yeah, I think Mitch sent something in without realizing it.
Oh, I don't even know what happened. Okay.
Yeah. All right,
Don't even know
Seahawks
what
pick,
happened.
and it's the obvious one, or at least a lot heavily mocked one. Shadarian Price.
That's a dream if he gets to 64.
Yeah, 100%.
I think they'd take Mike Washington in this spot if Price wasn't there.
I'd agree.
So
All right, we can recap the second round here.
Yeah. I think things have fallen pretty well for us. We got a BPA pick at 25 with Jermod McCoy.
Yeah.
We'll get to the other 2 Bears picks we've made as we recap round 2 here before we get the third round started. You would think Ty Simpson at 65. The value's too good, right?
You just make it.
Denzel Boston to the Jets.
Yeah.
Couple other ones that stand out. Peter Woods to the Giants. C.J. Allen to the Cowboys. You got R. Mason Thomas to Cincinnati in this next cluster here at 41. Chase Besantis is an interesting pick there. Jake Golday, Anthony Hill, a couple of linebackers coming off the board. Chris Brazzell, I don't know. I don't know about that one.
Yeah, it's a high pick for Brazzell. I probably wouldn't touch him until round 3 if I'm being completely honest.
Yeah, I'm not that high on him. There'd be a point in the draft where I'd think about it, but I wouldn't take him in the top 50. A.J. Halsey to the Vikings. Derek Moore to the Lions, a couple of NFC North picks. Zion Young, FGB's in the chat. He fell to 52. Cassius Howe seems like just a BPA pick for Seattle. I will say just a NASCAR package with Mike McDonald, Cassius Howe, that's pretty fun to think about. Could be your DeMarcus Lawrence replacement long term. Needs to improve against the run. You took Caleb Banks at 56, took the swing, the upside pick out of Florida. Traden Stukes at 57. I kind of took a gamble here because I still had Gabe Akis and Dennis Sutton available, but Stukes, who's labeled as a CB in the database, but he's a safety nickel hybrid. He would play safety / nickel for us. I hedged, basically saying I don't think Dennis Sutton and Akis will go back-to-back before I'm back on the clock at 60. Neither actually went. I debated. I went Akis. I've gone back and forth throughout most of the draft process. Dennis Sutton higher. It's still very close. I'd be cool either way. I went with Akis. You went Kieron Crawford, another edge there. Romello Height, another one came off the board. And then Jadarian Price rounded out the second round. So that is where things sit.
Yeah. It's pretty crazy just how the draft's kind of fallen. Arizona is back on the clock.
At 65.
65.
Is this the Ty Simpson spot?
Is it?
Someone asked who took Jacob Rodriguez. He went 26 to the Bills.
To the Bills.
He flew early.
They did.
If I were to take him, it would have had to have been at 65. Or at 25, not 65.
Yeah, third round should be a lot quicker here.
Yep. Here we go. The Arizona Cardinals.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll show are still some of the best players still available. Ty Simpson, Malachi Fields, Antonio Williams, Keith Abney are some interesting options. Dominique Orange, Caleb Tiernan, Max Clare, Dejon Stribling.
Yeah, Tiernan and Stribling are guys I'd be interested in if they're sitting there at 89. Davison Igbinosun, the corner out of Ohio State. Elijah Surratt, the receiver out of Indiana. Ted Hirsch, Josiah Trotter sitting there.
Tyler Onyedem.
Kyle Lewis.
Zachariah Branch.
Yep, Zakee Wheatley.
All some good options.
Guys going off the board. We'll see who the Cardinals take here. Is it finally Ty Simpson?
There it is.
There he goes.
Ty Simpson.
And to me, this is really more of where he should go, like mid-late second, early third. I know there's that, like, if you believe in guy, and I do agree with it, but I think this is kind of a good middle ground of like, okay, this is a worthwhile point if you're Arizona to take him. I think 34 would be fine as well. But I think 65, you're pretty happy to get him here. Only 15 college starts, but they got Jacoby Brissett. They got Gardner Minshew. They don't have to force him into action. I like him playing in a dome, playing in a warm weather division. So, I think Simpson at 65, take the swing. Doesn't prevent you from drafting a QB next year if there's someone you really like. You took Simpson in the third. It's not like that's a crippling selection. So, I think in this range of the draft, it makes sense.
All right, the Raiders are on the clock after the Titans select Malachi Fields, the wide receiver out of Notre Dame.
I'm not a big fan. He's slow, but in the third round, I don't mind it. Another weapon for Cam Ward. So, I think he could be a number 2 type of receiver, run some of those deep crossers, some boundary type of throws, back shoulders. He's not going to separate consistently, but good at the high point. Can do some of those things. Don't know if I really have a comp for him, to be honest. I mean, is he like a better Dontavian Wicks?
Yeah.
Slower guy, but can still win downfield. That's kind of a guy I've mentioned. I've got one working, Tom. I've got one working with 89. I think it'll go through, but stay tuned.
Logan Jones.
Stay tuned.
Who will the Raiders take here?
Raiders. Surratt, right? Did they take a receiver in the second round? No, they went Kristen Miller. I think this is where you take Surratt. You help your number 1 pick out. They've got the chemistry. I think you take Elijah Surratt here.
They go receiver, but not Surratt.
Really? I don't get why, unless it's just way higher on your board. So they go with a burner, Zachariah Branch. In a vacuum, who do you like better? Like, forget who the quarterback, the scheme, whatever. All things are equal.
I would say Surratt. That being said, Zachariah Branch has game-changing speed.
Sure, like he can bust the game open every time he touches the ball.
We haven't seen him. I don't think we've seen him in college used properly.
Oh, for sure. Did you see that Steve Smith clip? He was killing Georgia and Gunnar Stockton. Georgia for the usage of Branch and Stockton for just sucking.
Yeah.
He was like, if I was a receiver at Georgia in this offense, I'd boycott.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mike Bobo stinks. They have missed Todd Monken dearly since he went to the NFL. All right, Eagles back on the clock at 68. See who they take here. Let's see. Let us see. They took Dennis Sutton at 61. We'll see who they take here at 68.
We'll see.
Someone says Markel Bell out of Miami. I wouldn't mind that at 89. I'd take Tiernan over him if he was still there. Safer pick. Bell's got the higher ceiling.
Yep. Wouldn't hate it.
Would not hate it. All right, Philly. Let's make a pick here, fellas. Here we go. Pick is in.
Pick is in. We shall see what it is.
Pick is in.
It's a good pick by Philly.
Sam Roush. There he goes.
Yep. Tight end out of Stanford.
One of your guys. You're a big Roush guy.
I am.
I like him.
I think he translates to the NFL.
Yeah.
I really do. Thought about him, man. Thought about him at the end of the second.
Isn't his outliers, aren't his arms pretty damn short? Like, isn't that like the one negative on him is like.
Well, he's just in lack of production too.
Yeah. Well, like his athletic traits are pretty awesome.
Yeah. That they are.
Texans at 69. Nice.
They're nice.
Has the center gone yet? I don't think so.
No. Hector.
Probably goes here, honestly.
Yeah. Could see Jeremy going that way.
They took Rutledge earlier. Maybe he has the pick of the litter at center here. I could see him. I don't know what other picks Houston has. But you can get any of the centers right now if you're Jeremy. Right now.
All
the
right,
pick
Houston's
is in.
Who is Houston going to go with? Oh, they go. Yep, this was always the pick.
Oh, Elijah Surratt.
This was always the pick.
Interesting. You've kind of got like 3 X receivers though.
Yeah,
You got Nico Collins.
it's for the brand.
Yeah.
It's for the brand.
Nico Collins. Who's the guy from Jaden Higgins?
Yep.
And now Elijah Surratt.
Yeah.
Collins could be used for a raise soon. Maybe you would consider trading him.
Yeah.
But all right. Browns at 70. I wonder if they would have taken Surratt. Double dip.
Maybe.
Team the Indiana boys together with Omar Cooper.
We'll see. Their pick is in.
Pick is in.
I like the value of this.
Keith Abney. Yeah, he could be a second-round guy, so you get him in the 3rd. It's pretty
Don't
good.
hate that at all for
Denzel
Cleveland.
Ward could be nearing the end of his time in Cleveland. Abney's kind of a nickel outside hybrid. Could play both spots. All right, Commanders on the clock at 71. They took Mekhi Lemon at 11.
Yep.
They've got this pick and then 87 from Miami
Yeah.
coming up, too, in that trade they made in the top 11. All right. I would think defense here for Washington.
Yep.
I wonder if they would have taken Abney.
Maybe.
You go Lee Hunter here?
Hunter's off the board, I thought.
Oh, did he go?
Yeah, he went in the end of the second round.
Oh,
right?
okay. Trying to remember who took him.
It's Atlanta.
Atlanta at 59? Okay.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah, so I don't know. What edge rushers we got? Or just go overall big board.
Yeah.
What are we looking at here?
No, here, I'll show you in a sec. Let me just get Abney on there. We're going for the overall big board, best available. Antonio Williams, Dominique Orange, Big Citrus,
Go orange.
Caleb Tiernan, Max Clare, John Stribling, Davison Igbinosun,
Igbinosun, I don't mind.
Ted Hirsch, Josiah Trotter, Kyle Lewis, Siki Wheatley, Travis Burke.
Lewis, I could see Sperry liking Lewis here.
Well, the pick is in, so we shall see who it is here in a moment. It is, if we scroll down, Dominique Orange.
Orange, yeah.
That makes sense.
They need D-line. I mean, Deron Payne's probably near the end of his time there. Obviously, they pivoted off Jonathan Allen last year. Okay. Bengals, 72. They have taken –
Let's see.
who'd they take at 10?
Team picks. It's been 3 picks or since he?
I think they took Monster Delane. Yep. Delane and R. Mason Thomas. I like that so far. Is there a guard here you would take?
Maybe. Let's see.
I don't know if there's any worth taking.
Yeah. It's kind of the tackles maybe.
Some think Tiernan could kick inside.
Yeah.
But
Those are the centers. Yeah,
I don't know. Maybe you go linebacker.
Maybe.
Kyle Lewis here I think would be pretty interesting. He can help both in coverage and against the run. Wouldn't mind that pick. We took a safety, Tyler. So the Bears have taken Jermon McCoy, Traden Stukes, who's a nickel safety hybrid. I think would likely play safety for this team. Could play Kyler Gordon at safety as well. And then
Gabe Backus.
Gabe Backus.
Ooh, Billy pulls the trigger.
Could use defensive tackle next. Could go running back or receiver. Could go left tackle or center as well.
Kyle Lewis.
Yeah, I like that pick. I think Bengals are having a good draft here.
Yeah.
Bengals are having a good draft.
Don't hate it. The Saints are on the clock.
Saints, the New Orleans Saints.
Ooh, New Orleans already in.
Already in. That was a quick trigger pull. Trace must have. Oh, I know who he's taking. This is going to be so stupid.
Mike Washington Jr.
They have all the running backs.
Alvin Kamara is now on the trade block. Oh, my goodness.
You knew it was coming. The homer, the Arkansas alum, takes Mike Washington Jr. at 73. There he goes. One of my guys.
Joey, that's funny. Oh, man.
All right. All right, Chiefs 74. That would have been a fun Chiefs pick to pair with Kenneth Walker. I don't know if they would have done it, but who have the Chiefs taken so far? They obviously trade up for David Bailey, Colton Hood
Yep.
at 29. I think those are their 2 picks because they traded 40.
Yeah, I'm trying to just, yep. And throw those on screen here in a second. David Bailey, Colton Hood so far. Give a rundown of the big board that's still available, just the best available. We got Antonio Williams, Caleb Tiernan, Max Clare, Dejon Stribling, got Davison Igbinosun, Ted Hurst, Josiah Trotter, Tyler Onyedem, Zakee Wheatley, Travis Berg, Garrett Nussmeier, Brennan Thompson.
Brennan Thompson. I could see Andy Reid just absolutely loving him.
All right, I think the Chiefs pick is in, and it is. Okay, any guesses?
I'm going to say I don't even know. Okay, I like that pick. Makes sense.
Who took Price?
Antonio
Seattle
Williams.
did at 64.
Yeah, Price went, so there's no running backs worth taking at 89, in my opinion, especially since it's not a big enough need right now.
Yeah.
Bears are in a good spot at running back. If there's someone they love and they think the value makes sense, cool. If not, you can roll with what you got. Late draft pick to add to the room. You could add a free agent if you wanted to. Undrafted guy, so they're
All right.
they're okay with Swift and Mononga.
The Dolphins pick is in. They go with what some would call a fake player in this draft, inside joke, Ted Hurst.
Okay, Ted Hurst. Do you like Ted Hurst?
It's all right.
I like Ted Hurst.
He's got some, physical upside as being a bigger receiver. I don't mind him in the third. Don't mind him. Seattle Seahawks are on the clock at 76.
What would you do here if you were Seattle? Who are the 2 picks they have so far?
They've taken Cassius Howell. They've taken
Jadarian
Price. Probably corner. I don't know if there's any great corners left.
Igbinosun.
Yeah, wouldn't hate that. Would not hate that whatsoever.
You're an Igbinosun guy.
That I am. Can confirm. Not that one. I was going to say this one. Ted Hurst out of Georgia State.
Teddy Hurst to the Dolphins.
We also have this one as well, too, by the way. Oh, but this one's got to be. Yeah, I see what.
What is it, team needs or something?
No, here. Hold on. I got to move this to. Ba-da-ba-da. So we also have this graphic as well. We could also use. So it shows the next 4 as well.
Oh, yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
It's good.
There we go.
That's good stuff.
Oh, yep. Will Noseball.
Let's see. Yep, Davison Igbinosun.
Will Noseball.
Good draft from Ortner. Trades back. Goes BPA with Cassius Howell.
Yeah.
Fills a need with Price, which is probably also BPA, honestly. And then Igbinosun fills a need. Good value here in the third.
Yeah, I would have probably.
John Schneider does it again.
He does it again. I probably the only one I'd have a slight issue with is Cassius Howell just because he's not a big enough edge, but I don't hate it. I don't hate it.
Kind of a luxury pick there, just
Yeah.
Well, he's still sitting there. Let's just take him.
Exactly. Who do the Tampa Bay Buccaneers end up with at 77? Oh, okay. Finally go offense. Max Clare. The tight end out of Ohio State. Some like. Somebody's asking to show who or what or the Bears took. We can show those 3 picks.
Yeah, can flash our picks here. Jermod McCoy, Traden Stukes, who's listed as a corner. He's a nickel safety hybrid. He would play safety or nickel in this case with Gordon being safety. I think that would be an interchangeable situation with Kobe Bryant. And Gabe Akis, who is going to play edge opposite of Montez Sweat, rotate with Austin Booker. So feel pretty good. McCoy, a BPA pick. Outside corner is a bigger need than we want to admit. So there you go. That's where things sit.
All right, as soon as this picture loads in, Chandler Rivers, the cornerback out of Duke, heads to Indianapolis.
Undersized guy, scrappy as hell though. Fun player. I think third, fourth round. Don't mind it. The Colts get what? Jake Golday and Chandler Rivers?
Yeah.
It's not too bad.
Not too bad. I don't hate it.
You think Rivers is nickel in the NFL?
Yeah, probably.
They have Sauce on the outside, obviously, so they don't have to go outside corner with a guy like him.
Yeah, he's 5'9", like 185. Probably his best in the slot.
People are asking for centers and tackles. Who
Sure.
are the top ones available?
We can show those.
Atlanta back on the clock here at 79.
It's centers and tackles. We'll do tackles first. Tiernan, Travis Burke, Markel Bell, Austin Barber.
Tiernan and Bell are the two guys I'd consider in the third round.
And then Jake Slaughter, Sam Hecht, Logan Jones, Connor Liu.
They're all still sitting there, which means I think wait until the fourth. I mean, decent chance one of those guys gets to you. So
Whoa. We shall see.
we shall. We shall indeed. Okay, let's get to the Falcons here. Let's see who they take.
Atlanta's in. The Baltimore Ravens are on the clock. Oscar Delp. Okay.
All right. That's an interesting. Well, you got to replace Kyle Pitts,
Yeah,
who they
you do.
traded earlier in this mock. So
That you did.
there you have it.
Oh, and Baltimore's in.
Baltimore at 80.
That means I'm on the clock.
They
Let's
got
see.
Jordan Tyson, and who did they take next? I'm blanking here.
They took. I'm looking at his name. As soon as. Ooh, Jake Slaughter goes off the board.
Forgot who he took in the second round.
We'll throw it up in a second.
Oh, Jake Slaughter. Oh, Stowers. Good call,
Stowers, Eli
kiddos.
Stowers.
So there goes the first center, Jake Slaughter. I like Hecht a little more. How would you rank the centers?
Probably Slaughter 1. I have Connor Liu 2. Jones 3, and then.
You have Hecht behind all of them?
Yeah.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah.
I'm Hecht and Lou 1A, 1B, but I think Hecht's a better scheme fit with the Bears. Slaughter 3, Jones 4.
Yep.
But I think they're all in the same tier, to be honest. There you go. So you still get them.
Still get him.
Thought about taking them at what, 62?
Yeah, and I didn't know if he was going to go before 81, but address the linebacker need, get a developmental linebacker that you can hopefully.
He's already really good against the run. If he can just be average in pass coverage, I think he's a good player. Vikings at 82. They, of course, traded for Dexter Lawrence. They drafted – who did they snipe us with at 49?
It was
A.J. Halsey. So now let's see what they do at 82. Could Sneaky go receiver.
Minnesota is in.
Could go corner. Oh, center as well. Yeah, makes sense. Sam Hecht. So you're starting to see the center run a little bit. Slaughter and Hecht go off the board.
Who's Carolina going to potentially go after?
We'll see.
I'm trying to remember. They've had 2 picks so far. Have they had 3? No, they have 2, I think. Yeah, Jeremy Bernard and Dylan Thieneman.
Jeremy Bernard, Dylan Thieneman. I'd probably look D-line here. I'd probably either go defensive tackle or edge. Get a 3-tech next to Derek Brown or add another edge rusher. I don't know which edge that is. Maybe it's I don't even know. I'm trying to think who's
They do
sitting
not.
there. Maybe linebacker?
They did not. They went.
Go receiver. Oh, corner. Okay, I like Malik Muhammad. If I hadn't gotten outside corner already, if he was there at 89, I'd be interested there.
Yeah.
Someone says, is Grayson Halton still available?
He is.
He is still there.
He's still available.
I'm liking your thinking, defensive tackle.
Yeah. Let's see. Kind of on the big board, just best available. Caleb Tiernan, DeJon Stribling, Tyler Onyedem, Zakee Wheatley. We've got Travis Burke, Garrett Nussmeier, Brennan Thompson, Keyshawn Elliott, Bud Clark, your guy at TCU, Jalen Kilgore.
Not going to go DB again, but a couple guys sitting there.
Bryce Lance, Justin Jolly, Jalen Farmer, Logan Jones, Markel Bell, and Dalen Everett.
Okay. Packers here at 84. Get the FGBs in the chat.
FGBs, baby.
The FGBs in the chat. Here we go.
Who does Green Bay select? Interesting. Okay, they go Dalen Everett. I actually know Joey's a fan of this guy.
Okay, Georgia corner.
Yep.
Yeah, I still don't love the Packers corner room, so that makes sense. Add a guy into the mix. All right, Pittsburgh at 85.
Ooh.
I will say, guys, now that it's passed, I had a trade in principle with Pittsburgh, but it was contingent on whether or not another trade was going to go through. When he traded up to 32, the trade we had in agreement fell apart. I was going to trade back from 57 to get 76 and 99. But that trade's not there. Doesn't mean I'm done, though.
Doesn't mean.
Told you guys I'm making at least one trade. That is going to happen. That is going to happen. Pittsburgh. All right, let's see what the Steelers do here.
Let's see. Go with the Pittsburgh Steelers. They go Bud Clark. Safety out of TCU.
Check Slack. All right, Bud Clark. The Steelers have like 900 safeties. They've got, let's see, I think they have like 5 safeties that could start. I'm not even joking. Depending on what they do with Jalen Ramsey.
Yeah.
Like if he plays safety, and I think he will, safety or nickel, maybe he plays nickel, but Deshaun Elliott, Jalen Ramsey, if you count him, Jaquan Brisker, Darnell Savage, and now you add Bud Clark. Darnell Savage kind of sucks, but still. Sebastian Castro, too. All right, Chargers at 86.
Who do they go with? Jalen Farmer. Guard out of Kentucky.
Jalen Farmer, guard out of Kentucky. Bears coming up in a couple of selections. The Commanders at 87. So I'm getting an update. 20% off all of our merch. Chatsports.com/Bears shop is going to extend until 5 o'clock Central. So you can get 20% off until 5 o'clock. So take advantage. Take advantage. Chatsports.com/Bears shop. If anyone takes Halton, we're completely screwed. We'll see. See what Washington does here. See what Washington does here.
Ooh, okay, their selection's in.
Logan Jones. So the center run continues.
Going off the board.
They are going.
With Connor Lew, who you could make the argument is fourth out of that center crop, given the injuries coming off of the ACL.
Not as good of a scheme fit. I think he could play in the Bears scheme, but I think the other guys are more zone fits. I also am in the camp, and I'm not just saying this because this is how this is falling. I'd like to get a center. I don't think you need to force it. Like, you've got Bradbury for this year. I think you're okay. You could easily get one next year. You could re-sign Bradbury if he has a good year. You could draft a guy next year. There will be some free agents. Like, I think that's why you go get Bradbury, because you needed someone who for sure can start this year. So if a center's sitting there that you love, great. If not, don't teeter off BPA or a different move. just to force a center for a guy who's probably not going to play this year. Someone says trade down for more 7th rounders. How many 7th rounders would you trade 89 for? 20? Obviously, you can't trade for 27th rounders because no one has 27th rounders. Sutton is not good at football. Denied Dennis Sutton? I think he's good. But we took Gabe Akis. We're on deck. The Broncos are at 88. Let's see who
Their
Denver
pick is
takes.
in. Interesting pick by the Broncos.
Let's see. Have you seen it?
I just saw it.
Jonah Coleman. A little rich for my blood. I like him more in the 4th.
Yeah, I still think he's probably RB4 in this class, but again,
it's late 3rd, so it's not egregious. And if you're Denver, you don't have a ton of draft picks. So if you want a running back, probably you may have to reach a little bit.
Yeah.
All right, we're on the clock. We are on the clock. I told you guys I would make a trade. I have had a trade in principle, and I'm not going to back out of it. I'm not Eric DaCosta. So we're going to go ahead and send it. Here we go. I'm sending 89 to Philadelphia, and I'm trading for Moro Ojomo, the defensive tackle. We talked about him earlier this offseason as a potential trade target with their Jalen Carter and who's the other defensive tackle they already paid? Jordan Davis. They can't pay all 3. And so I trade for Moro Ojomo, who had a really good year last year, and I think fits this scheme really, really well. You look at the PFF grades, almost an 11% pass rush win rate as a defensive tackle. I think it was top 20 in the NFL last year. He was 12th among defensive tackles in pressures, and that's as a rotation player. And he played better last year, according to the data. To me, the eye test was similar to Milton Williams, who then got paid $25 million per year by the Patriots and has been a good player for them. 6 sacks. I think Moro Ojomo can be a guy that continues to take off. Had a big year this past year, breakout season. You probably extend him pretty quickly if you were to trade for him. So I trade for Moro Ojomo. Has 34-plus inch arms. He has almost 11-inch hands, Cullen. He is violent with his hands. He's athletic. So I get my defensive tackle here at 89 overall.
Yeah, going all in for a defensive tackle. And I think one that
Chad doesn't like it, but that's okay. He's 24 years old, by the way, for those saying you would have stayed young. He's younger than some players in this draft.
Fair enough. And with the 3rd-round pick that the Philadelphia Eagles acquired, they take Chris McClellan, the defensive lineman out of Missouri.
There he goes. Chris McClellan out of Mizzou. I feel like he's like randomly a name I've been seeing recently.
He's been rising up.
That could go day 2.
Yes. The Dolphins. They go Caleb Tiernan.
You know Ball Pulick. Ojomo's a better run defender. Caleb Tiernan.
To the Miami Dolphins.
I will say that trade was in principle, and I wasn't going to bail on it. Tiernan being there at 89 would have been really tempting. I mean, it's almost too good a value to like not take him.
Don't hate it.
Yeah, guys, it's also a mock draft. Everything's going to be okay. Everything's going to be okay. So in this 3-round mock, and we're going to expand it to 7 in a full video, we end up with Jermod McCoy at 25, BPA pick, outside corner. Drayden Stukes, who's going to play safety for us. Gabe Akis at 60, and then we trade 89 for Moro Ojomo, defensive tackle. So 2 D linemen, 2 members in your secondary. It's kind of attacking your biggest needs.
Yeah. There's kind of the summary of the Bears selections there.
Yep. With the trade for Ojomo there at the bottom. All right, Bills on the clock at 91. Bills on the clock at 91. Let's see. Let's see who they take.
Let's see. Okay. I don't hate this pick. Brugler had him higher on his big board. I'm starting to kind of like the vision here. Tyler Onyedem, the defensive lineman out of Texas A&M.
Chicago Rat says he was a 7th-round pick. Zach Pickens was a 3rd-round pick, and he can't play. Once you get into the league and you get your chance, it doesn't matter.
All right. Cowboys goes to Key Wheatley, the safety out of Penn State.
I like Wheatley. Didn't test great, but good tape.
Yeah.
Wouldn't mind him at 89 if you haven't gotten safety yet.
It's an interesting player.
Tom loading up on defense. Arvell Reese. Who was next? I'm totally forgetting. And then he gets Key Wheatley.
Yeah, they went Arvell Reese. They went oh my God, I'm blanking. Did they go
C.J. Allen.
C.J. Allen. They went linebacker.
And then
That's right.
Key Wheatley.
John
Stribling. I don't even get this. Did that other thing fall apart?
No, that thing happened.
Oh, the A.J. Brown?
Yeah.
That was already announced?
Yeah, it's in our database.
Oh, okay. So he's got like 60.
This also happened in our mock draft, by the way.
Yeah, A.J. Brown to the Rams. Why
It changed for Devontae Adams in the
So
second.
you draft Kenyon Sadiq and Stribling? You have like 60 weapons?
All the weapons.
I guess. Seems unnecessary. Mike Washington is not on the board. Harry sheds a tear every time another DB goes off the board. I'm just in shambles. Nah, I've got my DBs. We're good.
Defensive backs.
How many picks you got left? Like 7?
Yeah, it's 100 is the last one in the third.
Okay. 7 more picks. 7 more picks.
Who's it going to be?
Sounds like a Michigan man.
It is.
Jay-Sean Barham.
Jay-Sean Barham. Edge out of Michigan.
Patriots at 95. Patriots at 95. Let's see.
Who's it going to be?
Patriots at 95. Who's it going to be? Yeah, Dermott at 25, boys. That I got to be honest. That I'd be pretty fucking fired up about that. I think he's really, really good. Jacoby Lane?
Yeah.
You're not a big Jacoby Lane guy?
I'm not.
He's okay.
He's probably like a day 3 guy for me. But I mean, it's the end of the third, so what are you going to do? What are you going to do?
I bet he would have taken Stribling if he got there.
Yeah.
Seattle. Who would you go here? Would you go receiver? I don't know which ones are left.
Interesting.
Oh, did it come in?
Yep.
Kilgore. It's another chess piece.
Yep. Don't hate it at all.
Probably a depth piece year 1.
Yep.
Competes for a job year 2 maybe.
Don't hate it at all.
Lost Kobe Bryant, so get him into the mix there. Who are the safeties right now?
Well, it's Eamon War and Julian Love. And then you've got
Eamon Worry.
Well, no, he does play safety
No, I know. So in this scenario,
and then Ty Okada also.
Do you think Kilgore starts in this scenario?
He could be with Okada. He played really well last year in brief limited snaps, so it would be a competition.
Okay.
Yeah, there's some points where Eamon War plays on the back end, but they use him everywhere. So
I'm going to finish out this 7-round mock, by the way, and I think I'm going to try to trade Tyreek Stevenson because I got McCoy now. I still have decent depth. I have Terrell Smith coming back, Zay Frazier. I could add a corner on day 3 if I really wanted to. So I can use Stevenson to get a pick and try to plug a hole on day 3. Let's go.
Let's go.
I don't know if you get a 4th, Vincent. You're probably looking more like a 5th. I do think you get a 5th for Tyreek, though. He's played a lot of ball. All right, Darrell Jackson Jr. So Marshall double dipping at defensive tackle after trading Dexter Lawrence. Makes sense.
I hate it.
He's had a good draft.
Yeah.
He's had a good draft.
Means the Philadelphia Eagles.
Did you see? He says, "Do we run round 4?"
We do not. That's day 3. Don't tempt me with a good time.
All right, Eagles at 98. John, I don't know what point you're trying to make, but call my wife and ask her if I'm a Cowboys fan.
All right, Philly is in. Brennan Thompson, wide receiver out of Mississippi State.
That's interesting. You've got Marquise Brown on a 1-year deal. Thompson can kind of just maybe grow some NFL strength a little bit for a year and take over that speed role in year 2. Kind of like that.
Don't hate it.
Two more.
Dos más.
Philly or Pittsburgh. I do wish I would have been able to get that trade with Sperry.
Yeah.
I think if I did, I would have gone edge at 60.
Yeah.
And I would have taken a safety in this cluster on day 3 or in the 3rd round.
Talking about your trade going through. Wish I would have gotten it.
Yeah. Colin tried to trade Brian Thomas to the Browns, and it was in principle if they didn't draft a receiver in the 1st round, but they ended up getting Omar Cooper.
Yeah. Which, ironically, I kind of put Joey O on to Omar Cooper.
Yeah. What are you going to do?
Brutal. What is going on in Chit-Chat?
Some people are trying to push for the 4th round.
I think Sam would literally quit. Maybe. We love you, Sam.
All right, Steelers at 99. Steelers at 99. Oh, get your mailbag questions in. We're going to do a mailbag after this. Hashtag Bears or Super Chat. Lock them in. Hashtag Bears or Super Chat.
All right. Steelers go Markel Bell.
Okay. I like that. Hedges for Broderick Jones a little bit.
Yeah.
Hedges for Broderick Jones a little bit. Denver wraps it up at pick 100. Pick 100.
Pick 100.
Let's see. Appreciate you, Jordan. It's all good. People can hate my mock. That's fine. That's okay. I like it, so it is what it is. It is what it is. Let's see who Denver selects.
All right, 100 is in.
It's all good, Sean. You're entitled to not like it. Oh, one of your boys, Bryce Betcher.
Yeah, linebacker out of Oregon.
One of Denver's bigger needs is linebacker, so it's probably between him, Keyshawn Elliott, and Caleb Elarmzor at this point for the best ones available.
Fair enough.
There you go. Bryce Betcher goes off the board. 20% off the merch. You got less than 30 minutes. Chatsports.com/Bears shop. Get the Bear Claw Selly shirt today. It's available in black and navy. All of our merchandise is 20% off. So if you haven't gotten some merch yet, want to get it at a discounted rate, chatsports.com/Bears shop. Link is in the live chat, comments, description, all that stuff. Lock us in with the merch. Chatsports.com/Bears. That's the wrong link in the chat. We'll get the right link in the chat. But go check out Prize Picks as well.
Yep.
But the merch is awesome. Chatsports.com/Bears shop.
Yep.
And
there we go.
Let's get it going. We're not signing off. We're going to do a mailbag episode here, so fire in your questions. Hashtag Bears or Super Chat.
We can quickly show them the moves that the Bears did make in this mock draft.
And if you want a full reaction to the full mock, that I will do that coming up on 4Verts in a bit. We'll get that out on the channel, so stay tuned. But Jermon McCoy, too good to pass up. It was either him or Emmanuel McNeil-Warren, and I think McCoy is about 8 to 10 players better in this draft. So BPA, outside corner, bigger need than we give it credit for. He's got CB1 potential in the NFL. So I'm just not going to pass up on that opportunity. Coming off a torn ACL, so I don't have access to the medicals, but if I feel good about those at 25, great value. Traden Stukes, listed as a corner, played nickel, projects to be a nickel safety guy in the NFL. I trust Dennis Allen to get him on the field with Kyler Gordon and Kobe Bryant is my 3 safety nickel types. Kobe Bryant's going to be one of your safeties, but between Gordon and Stukes, I think you can mix and match there. And then Gabe Akis, the edge out of Illinois. Both him and Denai Sutton were available. I've gone back and forth. I like both a lot in that 57-60 chunk, so I took him. And then I traded 89 for Moro Ajomo, rising defensive tackle, still only 24 years old, 12th in the NFL in pressures among defensive tackles last season with 49. For a rotation guy, that's pretty damn good. Think of who's the guy? Milton Williams last year. I think he was about as good, if not a little better, than Milton Williams was the year prior with Philadelphia. He went on to get paid and went to New England and was really good for the Patriots last year. So get Moro Ajomo in there. I think he's a little more consistent than Gervon Dexter. He's a better run defender than Dexter, both in contract years. I think you either play it out, and if he gets paid elsewhere, you play the comp pick formula game, or you extend him. And that probably signals Dexter's last year in Chicago, unless he has a big year. But helps your D-tack rotation a lot. You'd have a big 3 of Ajomo, Dexter, and obviously, why am I blanking? The other defensive tackle for the Bears. I'm a fucking idiot.
Who you said so far? Sorry, I was
Dexter and Ajomo.
Dexter, Ajomo, Grady Jarrett.
Thank you, Grady Jarrett.
Yeah,
my brain's foggy. So there you go. Chat. Some of the chat loves it. Some hates it. Some's in between. That's the beauty of this. We all have opinions. All right. Hashtag Bears or Super Chat. Fire in those questions down in the live chat. I already see a lot in there. Hashtag Bears or Super Chat. Trade ideas. Draft questions. Thoughts about the current roster. Whatever it is. We'll answer your questions for 10, 15 minutes or so. We'll get this thing going. Will Edwards says with the Super Chat, did anyone in our division draft a player that would be a problem for us?
Dexter Lawrence.
The Vikings traded for Dexter Lawrence. That would be a problem. The Packers getting Zion Young at 52 kind of sucked, but I don't know if he's like a huge impact guy day one. Packers don't have a first-round pick. Caden Proctor, if he hits – Detroit's O-line could get back to being elite after kind of having a down year last year. They took him at 17, so we'll see. We'll see how it ends up all playing out. But hashtag Bears or Super Chat. Chasen says, it's your world, Harrison. We just comment on it. That's funny. It's not my world. It's our world. It's our world. Okay, let's do this mailbag, Cullen. One final merch push. After the mailbag.
Cool. We need more questions. Use hashtag Bears or Super Chat.
See a decent amount coming in.
Yeah, just get some more.
Get a few more. Hashtag Bears or Super Chat. See 7 or 8. There were some before the Prize Picks link cluster. I don't know if those disappeared. But trades, draft, free agents, current team, schedule, whatever it is.
Stuff. Yep.
Another one just came in from Chris.
I trust you guys to keep firing those in. We'll get those on screen.
You can fire it in multiple times. That way we don't miss it. So don't spam the chat 50 times, but if you want to throw it in there a couple times, that helps our software pick it up. So we will get it going here. Is there a player, if they started slaying the second round, you trade up to get? It's a good question. Zion Young, in this case, would have been under consideration for that. Didn't do it, but would have been under consideration. All right, mailbag time. We'll plug some merch one final time, and then we will sign off. Here we go. I'm Harrison Graham. Let's kick off a Bears Now mailbag from DaBears85. Would you trade 25 and 60 for Dexter Lawrence straight up? So, if you watched our live Chat Sports 3-round mock draft, the most I offered our Giants host was 25 and 60 and getting back 145, a fifth-round pick. And to be honest, I was stretching it there. That's about as most of I would have gone. I like more of a package like a first and a third this year, a first and a third next year, or a first and Gervon Dexter, perhaps, something like that. I would consider a 1 and a 2 like this in a weaker draft. Both picks are in the latter part of their round, but that's about the furthest I would consider. I wouldn't freak out if the Bears did this, but I really wouldn't do much more. Ideally, I'd do a little bit less in terms of trying to acquire Dexter Lawrence. What's the most you would offer for Big Dex? Let me know down in the comments. Dexter Lawrence, Gervon Dexter together, that'd be kind of fun. The Dexter Bros, maybe we'd have a little merch idea. Lock us in. Let us know in the comment section. All right, Tom, #Bears. What are your thoughts about the Bears trading down at some point for more picks? I definitely think it's a great possibility. If there's a player you love at 25, stick and pick. If there's a few players you like but no one you love, trade down a handful of spots, and ideally you still get one of your guys. If you don't love anybody at that range, trade down, even if it's just kind of a flat trade. Get more picks on day 2, which is kind of the sweet spot of this draft. So, yeah, I think trading down there. I think trading down from one of your second-round picks, too, to get an extra third or fourth could make sense also. So, yeah, I'm definitely team trade down at some point in your first 3 or 4 picks. Al Capone, do you like Stooks more than Bud Clark? I think the ceiling's higher. I think he's a little more versatile. He's more explosive. I do like Bud Clark a lot. His ball production is awesome. I think Clark is free safety, nickel only. He hasn't done a ton of nickel, but he did some of that at TCU, improved as a tackler last year. He's a little lighter. He's sub 190. Bud Clark is. Stooks is in the 190s, 6'1", explosive athlete. So I would lean Stooks. But part of it might depend, like, okay, do you have a vision for Stooks in your secondary? Like, Clark might be safer of like, hey, we'll just plug him next to Kobe Bryant. But Stooks, I think, can do a lot of different things at all 3 levels of your defense. All right, today's show is brought to you by America's #1 sports picks app. That is Prize Picks. It is the place to go if you love daily fantasy sports. Player pick lineups, you got team picks, culture picks as well, but we're focused on daily fantasy today. There's no better place to cash in while watching sports than with Prize Picks. All you got to do to make a Prize Picks lineup after you sign up, create an account, use our code HMA, all that stuff, is pick 2 or more players and take more or less on their stat projections. Maybe you want to take, LeBron's points, more or less, in his first playoff game. Maybe you want to do a different player and pair that with the baseball player. You can cross over sports with your lineups as well. Points, rebounds, assists, hits, home runs, RBIs, strikeouts, all sports, all stats. They're all available. Your favorite players are available as well. How about season-long football picks? Maybe you're just a football junkie. You don't know enough about these other sports. Hey, here's a 2-player lineup I love for this upcoming season. Ashton Genty, more than 974.5 rushing yards on a horrible Raiders team. He was right around that number as a rookie, so I like that. Caleb Williams, 24.5 passing yards. He topped that as a rookie. And he got a lot better in year 2, and I think we all think he's going to take a jump in year 3. I think he zooms past that number if he stays healthy. $20 lineup to win $60 on a 3x multiplier there. New user offer. Download the Prize Picks app today. Use our code HMA. That's HMA when you play your first $5 lineup to receive $50 in lineups. You play for $5, you get $50 in lineups with code HMA. Clickable link is down in the comments and description of this video. Okay, Osmonic74, do you think Dennis Allen can get more out of guys like Dio and Grady this year? I thought Grady started to come along the second half of the year. Remember, he's dealing with that knee issue in the middle part of the year, and older player, wasn't able to practice much. I thought he came on a little bit. Clearly, he's closer to the end than the beginning of his career, but I think he can be solid. Dio, like, can he at least be solid in the run game and give you an occasional flash as a pass rusher? I also don't know his recovery timetable from a torn Achilles, which took place in October. I mean, you're hoping for training camp or at least week 1. We'll see if that happens. But, fingers crossed, between those two and Shamar Turner, can one and a half of those guys kind of hit for you this season? I think that would be a win. All right, hit stick. Is there a player, if they started sliding in the second round, you would trade up to get? Yeah, I mean, there's plenty, right? I just don't know, like, who the realistic ones are. Like, in our live Chat Sports mock draft, Zion Young didn't go till 52. I don't love him at 25, but there's been a lot of mocks with him at 25, so that appears to be kind of the early range of his window. If he's sitting there at, like, 45, would I consider trading up if I didn't take an edge in round 1? Yeah, like, I think that would be kind of a sweet spot for him. So someone like that could make sense. I don't think Thieneman or McNeil Warren slipping out of the first round, so I don't think that's a good example. If one of the receivers I like in the first round fell to the 40s and you just felt like the value was too good, I would never rule that out. Maybe one of the left tackles, if Caleb Lomu is there in the second round, would you move up for him if you didn't take tackle at 25? So there are scenarios, but without knowing who those are just kind of some spitballing names there. All right, we will be live for all 7 rounds of the 2026 NFL Draft, reacting with all of you to the Bears picks, to every other pick, to all trades that happen, to rumors that are getting reported on, and potential selections throughout the draft. We got you covered. It's going to be a blast, so subscribe and turn on those notifications. Okay, Isaac Glass, Caleb Williams is the overwhelming favorite for Madden 27 cover, according to EA Sports. I'm proud to finally have a Bear on it, but worried about the Madden jinx. I think the Madden jinx is the most overblown thing. It really hasn't been that big of a deal in recent years, especially from an injury standpoint. I wouldn't worry about that stuff. I think if the Chicago Bears quarterback is on the cover of Madden, would you have ever thought you'd see the day of that? No. I think that's a fun thing if it happens. So I'm all for it. We'll see if it happens. Be cool if we saw the Iceman Selly, if that's the way they go. But, yeah, we'll see. I could definitely see it taking place, though. All right, Mudvayne, who is the sleeper of the draft we should pay attention to and might have an actual chance of getting? Sleeper of the draft. It's a good question. If Markel Bell was sitting there in the 4th, I don't know if he's a sleeper, but like if you could get him on day 3, that's pretty intriguing. His physical tools with a good offensive coaching staff led by Dan Rochar as your offensive line coach. I'd be intrigued by that. If one of those safeties fell to the 4th round, whether it be Jalen Kilgore or Bud Clark or Zakee Wheatley, I think that would be really good value. Keep an eye on a guy like Mason Reiger, the edge out of Wisconsin. I think he's interesting on day 3. So those are a few guys. I know in Cullen's Bears mock draft, J.C. Davis, he's another guy I like, kind of a tackle guard hybrid out of Illinois. So get him in the middle of day 3. That could be good value too. Will the Bears make a trade before or during the draft? So between now and the draft or during the draft, will they make a trade? I think it's an overwhelming yes, right? I mean, Ryan Poles, I think, has made at least one trade in every single draft and multiple, and probably at least all of them but one, but maybe all of them. He likes to move around in the draft. So I think if they don't make a trade before, they will certainly make at least one, if not multiple, during the draft. I'd set the more or less prize pick style 1.5 during the draft, and I'd probably take the more. All right, Matthew, what do you think the carry split will be between Monangai and Swift this season? 60-40, I think similar to last year. I think Swift will be the lead back, but there will be games where Monangai has more carries. I think it'll be a true, ride the hot hand situation. We saw that play itself out throughout last season. I think it'll creep closer to 50-50. I'd say after the last month last year, it almost did feel pretty close to 50-50. Obviously, it took Monangai a few games to earn the coaching staff's trust to get that bigger role. But, yeah, if those are your two runners, then I think it'll be – 60-40 in favor of Swift, if not a little less, maybe 50-something Swift, 40-something Monangai. All right, Dylan, is there a chance we trade back and draft Jacob Rodriguez? Certainly possible. I'll be curious to see where he goes. Some people are like me and thinks he should be a first-round pick. Some people think he should be like a late second-round pick. So, meet in the middle. Does he go like around 40? Yeah, I think so. So if you trade out of the first round into the 30s and he's still there and take him, I'd certainly be open to that. So I'll just have to wait and see how it all ends up playing out. All right, guys, appreciate your love and support. And hit me up on social media, at HGramNFL, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. I'm posting content daily. I still got to catch up on some DMs, so I'll try to make that happen before the draft. Also, Facebook, facebook.com/HGramNFL. Gotten some new followers over there recently, so I appreciate it. As always, bear down. All right, Wasim, draft is on my birthday. Round 1, 2, 3. Which day, Wasim? Wasim. Shout out to Wasim.
Yes, sir. Wasim Khan. Shout out to you, my friend. Shout out to you.
Hopefully you join us for your birthday, but if not, totally understand. You probably got cooler stuff to do. But no, we'll make it fun for you if you hang out. All right, you got 10 minutes, chat. 10 minutes until the 20% off sale runs out. All merch, 20% off. I mean, this thing, guys. LB10, let's freaking go. Boom! Choking the life out of Keyshawn Nixon and the Packers. Chatsports.com/Bears shop. But all of our merch, the T-shirts, the hoodies, the classic channel shirts there. I got the Navy one myself. I got the Navy Iceman hoodie, the white tee, the little combo there. Love that. FGB hoodies and T-shirts are available. You got the beers, T-shirts, and hats. It's all there. Chatsports.com/Bears shop. St. Patty's is over, but you can rock this stuff year-round, baby. I mean, that's an awesome-looking hoodie and T-shirt. So anything we've ever put out, it's available. It's 20% off. Clean us out, baby. Get that discount. If you've been on the fence, this is the time. You got 10 minutes until the discount runs out. The discount will automatically apply in your checkout line if you get in there right now. 5 o'clock Central Time, it's gone. Back up to full price. So take advantage. Chatsports.com/Bears shop. That link is in the live chat. Do not miss out. You guys are awesome. We greatly, greatly appreciate anybody who has purchased any merch already.
Well, it seems as dinner with the family. Hey, spend time with the family. Spend time with the family.
Man. And draft is 3 days.
Yeah.
Come hang out one of the other days.
We will be live for all 7 rounds.
All 7 rounds. All 7 rounds. We will be live. All right, chat, Cullen, any final thoughts? Thought that ran pretty smooth. Part of why we do this exercise is these draft graphics have a lot of data. We want to make sure our streaming software holds up, and went pretty well. I thought so too. Things went great. So fingers crossed that's how it plays out on draft night. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Good audience today. So we're getting closer, man. We'll be live. We're still going to go live Monday, by the way. Next week's kind of wonky for us, but we'll go live Monday. I'll have my final mock next week. Again, I'm going to turn this live Chat Sports mock for the Bears into a full 7-rounder. This is where things sit today, plus Moro Ajomo traded 89, but Jermod McCoy trading Stooks, Gabe Akis. Stooks will play safety, obviously, and then Moro Ajomo with pick 89 had a really good year last year. I think he'd do well in this defense. Measurables check out for what Dennis Allen likes. And then, maybe I trade Tyreek Stevenson now, get an extra pick. So we'll see how it all plays out. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Shout out to Tom in the chat saying Bears' best draft moment is Harry's reaction to the Bears getting a Goodune. So that was a fun night. That was a fun night. All right, we're out of here. Shout out to everybody who tuned in. You guys are the realest, and see you guys soon. Bear down.